Boom, 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 boom. Chenka. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little video for you. Oh dear. Smashed in, guys. How's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a great Sunday. Happy Sunday to the lot of you guys. Shout out to all the Bacon Brigade out there. Hope you're all doing fantastically well today. It's sunny down here on the south coast. I don't know about where you guys are, but it's bloody like a summer's day, man. It's beaut. KM, how you doing, man? Paul van der Beek, what's going on? John O'Denton, Plymouth, great to see you today, mate. Savulon getting in there with the little baby piggy emoji. Alex, what's going on, Alex? How are you today, mate? Sandeep Parash, Mrs. P Cake Bandit, JP, Alexander Carestia, Narendran P, Alan Homeyard, Yanika Victorin, Ruthless Sausage, Bernard Hudson, Rofa, Savulon, Janika Victorin, Alex, Mark O, Showpass Patchcam, Joe Richardson, I am Neil, Chris Packett, Jaden Sancho, and every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting involved with today's video. Do us a favour if you're watching, smash that thumbs up button, give it a cheeky little thumbs up if you haven't already, and let's get into it then. Let's get into the business of the day, lads and lasses. You know, we've been talking about all this bloody Deadwood floating around. Well, we still got a lot of it floating around, don't we? And it is actual Deadwood. People like Jonesy and Smalling and Rojo and Pereira and Lingard. And some of these melts are proper Deadwood floating on the water of Manchester United right now. And we need to get rid of it. Dan Tay, how you doing, Dan? Try more. What's going on? Harris Khan, Gaz G, JP, Adash, Numero Uno, Tuma Masidi, and everyone else. Great to have you aboard. So let's talk about the main story of the day then. United transfer news update for you, afternoon edition. Of course, there will be an evening show tonight. Hopefully that will have some good news in regards to Tellez. There is a little bit more information about Tellez right now. But let's just get into the main story of the day then, which is, you know that melt? You know that absolute passenger? You know that absolute Klingon? You know that absolute hanger-on? Andreas Pereira? Yeah, you know him, yeah. You know that one, who played the whole of last season and in the games that he played, absolutely bloody substandard championship player. Yeah, that one. Apparently Lazio have opened talks with Manchester United to sign Andreas Pereira. Come on, my son! Get in there! Get out of this football club! Sorry, that's harsh, isn't it? But he's just not been up to the standard, really, has he? But Lazio, so Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Lazio have opened talks with Manchester United to sign Andreas Pereira. He's considered an option. Negotiations with MUFC have just started. So this is 2 hours ago, folks. Breaking news, if you want to call it that. Fabrizio Romano reporting that Lazio have opened talks with Manchester United to sign Andreas Pereira. He's considered an option. Negotiations with MUFC have just started. Come on! Smash a 1 in the chat if you're buzzing with the prospect of Andreas Pereira going to play for Lazio instead of Manchester United. Come on, everyone. Wee Patrick, how you doing? Mark Pentif, Wakas Akram. Alex, he comments, it's unfortunate that Andreas didn't work out. I was convinced he would be a quality player when he was in the youth academy. Wish him all the best. He's one of our own. Yeah, fair point, you know. Yeah, you know, good luck to him in all honesty. Especially if he's not going to end up at one of our rivals or anything. Like if he's going to play over in Serie A for Lazio. Then, you know, more than good luck to him, really. He does seem like a nice guy. I've never had an issue with his commitment levels out there. It's never like I've looked at Andreas Pereira and gone, he's not trying, he's not running. It's just that when he gets the ball, he's shit with it. That's the only issue. It's not the effort. It's like every single one of his final balls is Dan James-esque. You know, it's gash-tastic from Andreas Pereira, to be fair. And the time has come, unfortunately. The time has come. We don't have a good track record with Brazilians at all, do we? I wonder what that's all about. Who's the best Brazilian that's played for United? It's probably Rafael. Who is another Brazilian that's played for Manchester United that did really well while they were at the club? I'm not talking about players that are mint that came in. It's definitely not Kleberson, is it? So who do you think is the best Brazilian that's ever played for Manchester United? We haven't actually had that many of them. When I think about it, it's not like we've ever really had that star Brazilian player, is it? Oh, Anderson, yeah. Anderson, of course, was one of the best players. Good shout there, Showbus Pachagam and Wakas Akram and Joe Richardson. Anderson was definitely one of our best Brazilian players, but in all actuality, he was a bit on the ropey side too. It's only just because Sir Alex Ferguson was such a machine of man management, some sort of unbelievable coaching cyborg, that he was able to get the very best out of Anderson while he was at the football club, in my humble opinion. Fred says Kayam. Yeah, Alex says Fred is up there. Alex Tellers could be. There you go, yes. Absolutely, Alex Tellers could be. Fred's definitely up there as well. But that just goes to show you, doesn't it? When we're saying Fred is up there. No disrespect to Fred. I love Fred as a squad player. But when we're saying Fred is up there, it just goes to show you we don't have a very good track record with Brazilians, really. You know, we haven't had that really world star Brazilian while they've been here or anywhere near that. But you are right, Patrick. Fred is decent. But I would just welcome this transfer of Andreas Pereira away to Lazio at this moment in time. I hope that it happens because he is a player that just isn't really going to get in the team. And if he does get in the team, he's not really going to offer the team a lot because he's just not up to the same standard as what we expect at Manchester United. So like Alex says, you know, good luck to him. He's a nice enough lad. It's just that he's shite for United, and that's no good. So he's got to move on. And Lazio looks like a good destination over in Serie A, the proper dumping ground for Manchester United's cannon fodder, basically, who we just want to get rid of. We just shoot them over to Serie A in the wasteland that is the Italian League these days. No disrespect to the Italian League, but it's definitely not what it once was. And that's why it is a dumping ground for the Premier League these days. No disrespect once again to any Italians watching, but still, it's definitely not as good as it used to be, is it? We got a super chat here from Mrs. P. Cake Bandit. She says, lots of love to Ellie. Feel better, beautiful. Ellie, are you not doing too well? Ellie, where are you? I can't see you in the live chat, you know, but shout out to Ellie. I hope you're feeling better and absolutely echo what Mrs. P says there. Mrs. P, thanks for the super chat there. Stick a cake emoji in the live chat for Mrs. P. And everybody stick a heart emoji in the live chat for Ellie and tell her to get well soon. Oh, nice one, Dante. Good man, good man, good man. Thank you for the update, my friend. Okay, so yes, Andreas Pereira to Lazio looks good. I don't really know why they would want him, but I guess they see something in him right now. I mean, to be fair to Lazio, they're not the team that they were in the 90s again. Serie A in the 90s, Lazio were a really big team, you know, just like they all were. Is that just me? Is it because I was a little kid and we used to watch the Golazzo on Saturday mornings or whatnot? Is that why? Because we hold them in a higher regard than they actually were? Or did it just seem like Serie A was 100 times better back then? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think Serie A was 100 times better in the 90s. Or if it's just me. Because it seemed like you had so many world-class great talents back then, and the teams were ridiculous, and even teams like Lazio were really good. Fiorentina were damn good. You know, bang average teams were damn good in Serie A, so it was definitely way better then. Jim Joe Bobley, Paul Vanderbeek, and Patrick James getting the one votes in there. Aaron Homeyard, how are you doing today, mate? Stevens Evans says they're Italian, so we think they're better than us. Maybe that was the case, yeah, I mean, maybe that was the case, but to be fair, it wasn't necessarily just the Italians. You know, they had a lot of other world stars, whether it's South Americans such as Gabriele Batistuta or Ronaldo, or, you know, they had a lot of great talents from around the world in Serie A, which they just don't seem to have. Actually, that's bullshit, isn't it? They've got Cristiano Ronaldo. They've got some of the biggest stars in the world in Serie A, actually. So it's not really that. I just think the overall depth is not there. Gaz G says Roberto Baggio, one of the greatest players to ever grace the game. Absolutely. Nathan Phelps, Totti, yeah. Only retired recently, that guy. What a machine. Wakas Akram, Maldini, one of the greatest defenders to ever grace the game as well. Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, it was just a bit, it seemed to be better back then anyway. Maybe it's just me. There's over 100 of you tuning in right now. Thank you very much for stopping by and getting in here for the transfer update vid. Do us a massive favour if you have not done so. Smash that thumbs up button, lads and lasses. Leave a cheeky little like rating on it. That'll give this stream a boost up there. So if you can, it'd be much appreciated. Hit that thumbs up button. Right then, so yes, what do you guys think about that then? Let's have a little chat. Alex says Son was pulled off at half-time and now there's reports that he's injured. I knew this would happen with Spurs. What a bunch of injury-prone melts. Yeah, Gareth Bale getting in there as well, adding to their injury-prone meltness. Lucas Moura, not fit at all, really. So yeah, nice one. Let's have a look at so they are still winning. I was keeping one eye on it. Tottenham, they're still beating Newcastle United. That's a shame. Only 18 minutes to go. Go on, Newcastle, then, if they could get an equaliser in that one. That'd be sick. Oh, man, Leeds as well obviously won today. Bamford getting the 88th minute winner. Bloody hell. I knew I should have put that twat in my Fantasy League squad. Shit, man. Anyway, it's, yeah, we've got to get rid of him, don't we? Patrick says, congratulations on 30k, Pig. Thank you so much, Patrick. Really appreciate that, my man. Yeah, we hit 30,000 subscribers last night, everyone. Thank you to everybody that's ever watched this video and got involved. You're a bunch of bloody heroes. There will be some sort of 30,000 subscriber special coming soon, though. Gaz Jesus Pig, your hair is similar to Roberto Baggio's. Mate, my hair's looking absolutely shit at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Look at that. Look at that big bit of fluff at the back. Anyway, okay, let's talk about the rest of the information that we've got. So it looks like Lazio are coming in for Andreas Pereira. That looks likely. I think he's on somewhere around about £60,000 a week. I don't know if that's 100% legit, but that's one of the reasons why Andreas is one of the realistic players that will be going out of this window for United this season. It's not going to be Lingard, realistically. Maybe, I mean, you know, hopefully, but it's not going to be Phil Jones, realistically, because these guys are on a lot of money, and to get a potential suitor, it's just a little bit more difficult. It's not impossible. I do think Jesse Lingard's way more signable than Phil Jones, say. But there's just a couple of players that are quite realistic to leave, Andreas Pereira being one of them, because he's not on a huge amount of money. So it just opens the door up for some other clubs who may be the tier down or a couple of tiers down from United, but he will play regularly. He will get game time, and it does look like here we've got another update, actually. Thank you, Mr. Matt Rush, by the way, for sending this over. What a top man. I hope he's enjoying his day. He says, this is another update here. Andreas Pereira is one step away from signing for Lazio on loan, with an obligation to buy for 10 million euros next summer. Oh, cheeky. So it's a little bit more information coming out here. It may not be a permanent transfer, which is basically how we're doing a lot of our deals at the moment, simply because they are on a lot of money, a lot of these guys. There's a possibility that Andreas might still be moving permanently. It depends what sort of deal we can do with Lazio. But actually, it seems like he's pretty close to signing for Lazio on loan with an obligation to buy for 10 million euros next summer. That's just one of these reports here. Take that with a pinch of salt. But it's interesting, and it's interesting. Of course, Fabrizio did of course tweet. So once he tweets, you know there is a certain level of legitimacy to this. So yeah, it looks like Pereira's going. What do you guys think about that? Are you happy or sad that Andreas Pereira might be leaving Manchester United? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're happy. Smash a 2 in the live chat if you're sad. Connor says, hi Pig, do you think we'll beat Spurs? I don't even want to think about that right now, Connor. Let's see how we do against Brighton in the League Cup again. We need a swashbuckling performance. We need our players looking sharper, but we're not ready yet. We're not match sharp. We're not there yet, so it's going to be a struggle, I think. I do. Only good thing is that Tottenham are kind of had a bit of the last 12 months under Jose has been a bit of a struggle, really. Yeah, it is a good move for him, actually, Jeanette Pugh, isn't it? That's the thing. He's just not really going to kick on and do much at United. It's kind of a waste of his career if he just stays at United, being the occasional backup. Definitely needs more game time. Hey, what's going on all here? He says, will you start Pogba on the midweek game? Ollie said he needs more game time in his legs. I think that's true. I don't know if I'd start him. I think I'd probably bring him on against Brighton there. Maybe, though. It makes a lot of sense, actually, if you put to play Pogba against Brighton in the League Cup, and then obviously give somebody else the opportunity in the league game at the weekend. That makes a heck of a lot of sense. So yeah, everybody with those 1 votes in there. Is there any 2s? Yes, Ross Green. Ross Green, please tell me why Andreas Pereira should be staying at this football club and why you would be... Oh, you just mean it's sad that it didn't work out for him. I can understand that. Ilianita, what's going on? Hola, gracias, amigo. Great to see you. Floating Man, he says, I hope this is true. It looks true, my friend. Look, Fabrizio Romano's tweeting about it. He simply said, to quote him, he said that Manchester United are in talks with Lazio, Lazio are in talks with Manchester United at the moment about the potential transfer. So they've opened up talks with Manchester United to sign Andreas Pereira. He's considered an option. Negotiations with Man United have just started. So it could be done before the end of the window, could be done the next couple of days. Or it could peter out and fail because of the wages that are involved. We have had other teams make contact with some of our players this window, such as Sergio Romero. It's believed Everton and possibly Aston Villa were in for him earlier on in the window, but it's broken down under the same grounds. The wages being too much money for what these players are. And I think, that might be an issue. But certainly a loan move. A loan move makes a lot of sense for everybody involved. It's not really a big risk. For Lazio, we can give him an option to buy. If he does well over there, which he might do, they might want to pay that extra money and buy him later on. So makes a heck of a lot of sense to do that just to get him off the book. He's not going to play this season. Even if we can't sell him permanently, we may as well just loan him out with an option to buy. Absolutely agree with that. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you up to date in terms of Andreas Pereira and the revelations that go on there. But that's the biggest news of the day in regards to players going out. It's also understood that Leeds United are still interested in bringing Daniel James to the football club. Is it still called Elland Road? I don't even bloody know what their stadium's called anymore. I was going to say Elland Road. I think is it called Elland Road anymore? I haven't seen them in the Prem for bloody 20 years, so I've forgotten. But either way, I don't know if they changed it or whatever, but either way, he'll be going to that shitbag stadium. So basically, Daniel James, it's understood that he has told Solskjær that he wants to stay at Man United, though, and fight for his place. It's understood also that Leeds United have made an offer for a loan for Daniel James this season. So being reported that Leeds United have made an offer for a loan move for Dan James this season. The situation is likely to be looked at again, basically when or not Manchester United sign another winger or two. If we happen to get Sancho in this window, if we are being linked with this Armand Traore guy from Atalanta, this 18-year-old winger, and a bunch of other players, it depends really what business we do in this window. If we don't get Sancho, if we don't get another winger, obviously Dan James is staying put. He's not going anywhere. He may well stay put anyway, because I think he can be a good deputy for Rashford, just coming at the end of games, giving Rashford a little bit of a break, using his pace down that left-hand side. It kind of makes a lot of sense for us to do that. So I don't really want him to go, but it looks like it might happen. Nice one. Kayam, thank you very much, Kayam, for getting in here. How are you doing today, Kayam? Dimez HD says, we all hate Leeds. You're spot on about that. Ross Green says, Mata is old and rubbish, just my opinion. Fair play, that's your opinion. He's definitely old. He's not rubbish, though. He's done some great things even for United. Look at his stats. His stats for United over his career are actually pretty good. And certainly going back into the Chelsea days, his stats are tremendous. So I think that's a bit harsh. I think he's just definitely over the hill. Definitely over the hill, that guy. But Juan Mata, to me, still should be in the squad for another season, just simply to be a backup maybe for Bruno Fernandes. Like, that would make a lot of sense. Just to literally be... just have him around. He's an experienced player. We don't have a lot of experienced players. We just have like players who are ultimately melts. Nice one, mate. So check this out here. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Ryan Burbsman 9 says, check United report. So let me have a look at United report here. Thank you very much for giving me some information here. Let's have a look. United report's Twitter. They tweeted 4 minutes ago. MUFC have agreed personal terms with Alex Telles. Porto want 20 million, but United are trying to pay lower. Everything will be solved when Porto can no longer take the pressure of the transfer window ending. It will be closed in the coming days. Oh, for fuck's sake, lads and lasses, this is preposterous. So the update here, thank you, Ryan, by the way, that is an update, but the update is the same update as every single bloody other day this week. You know, it's that United have agreed personal terms with Alex Telles. We bloody knew we've agreed personal terms with Alex Telles. We did that ages ago. He wants to come. We're desperate for it, but we've agreed personal terms. We knew that. Porto want 20 million, but we are trying to pay lower. Yes, that's what we understood at this time as well a couple of days ago, that United wanted to pay. We went in with 12 million to begin with, and we only want to go up to 15, and Porto will not accept any less than 20 at this moment in time. Somebody's going to bend, or they'll meet in the middle in the next couple of days. This transfer is imminent, guys. But still, I was hoping when you said that, Ryan Burbsman 9, we were going to go on there, and it was going to say, terms agreed between the football clubs. Total agreement or something like that. That would have been sick. Unfortunately, what it is a complete load of the same. But Ryan Bursman 9, you're a top lad for giving me that update there. You know, United Report's a good source here on Twitter, actually. And it's via Jose. They always put where the source is from anyway, so you can see the legitimacy of the source. And this is from Jose David Lopez, who is a correspondent for something. I don't know. It's all in Spanish, so I can't really read it. Let me translate the bio here. Oh, okay. So he's some sort of football, soccer, communications expert or something for somebody. But anywho, fair play. Nice one. Thank you very much for that Ryan Burbsman 9. This is fast, isn't it? The Alex Telles deal, what a bloody farce this is. Again, it's just down to United scrimping and saving around, trying to get that few million down on the price. Fair enough, but we could have done with this guy before this game that we just had against Brighton. We could have done with him earlier on in the window. We could do with him before the Spurs game. Why are we fannying around like a bunch of fannies at the moment with all these deals? So annoying. Just pay the extra couple of mil. Alex says, I think Stefanovic might be better than Dan James. I'm losing a bit of faith in Dan James. I've given him a lot of time, and I still think he's only young. But when you see his his lack of vision out there, when you see his lack of intelligence on the ball, he just runs himself into situations and then puts an aimless cross in. He very rarely even looks up from the ball, you know. It's not like Mason, where you see he's constantly analysing like some 18-year-old Terminator or something, like what's going on everywhere. No, Dan James isn't like that. He just runs and then puts an aimless ball in, really. And I have lost a bit of faith in his abilities. I'm expecting and waiting for that great moment of class again from him, like he showed in that 2-month spell when he signed. It's just never coming. What's up, Aksay Nawaka? He says, Rashford and Martial need a solid backup and experienced support. Okay, we'll get back onto Tellers in a minute. It's quite interesting. But just as you mentioned, an experienced support, there's reports coming out today that Manchester United are interested to sign Napoli striker Arkadiusz Milik, or Milik, however you pronounce it, but you know him, Milik. And Manchester United are understood to have held talks with Napoli over him, but we'll see. This is reports in Italy that are stating this, so we don't actually know if this is 100% true, but he was close to joining Roma about a month ago. But then Edin Dzeko moved to Juventus, or it fell through, and it's basically uncertain now what is going on with Milik. So Tottenham have already held talks with Napoli. Jose Mourinho is understood to be interested in Milik as well. And it's understood that United have made contact for Milik. So just there's some information for you about a potential striker. An intermediary told me that there's informal talks with Leipzig, Manchester City, Manchester United, Fulham and Tottenham. Venerato told Radio Kiss Kiss. So this is the source, Venerato, whoever that bloke is, some sort of agent or something like that, I don't know. Race sports reporter, that's what he is. He's a race sports reporter in Italy. So, look, again, that's not legitimate. There's no official source in terms of like the big boys right now. So just take that with a pinch of salt. But just as you mentioned, Manchester United needed a striker. There is some transfer link to us today with Milik. What do you guys think about that? If you'd like to see him come in, let me know. Smash a 1 in the live chat. Get your thoughts and opinions in about this guy. If you'd like to see him, I don't really think it's our priority number 1 right now. Simply because we need a centre-back before we need a striker. We need a left-back before we need a striker. We need a right-winger before we need a striker. In my opinion, we need a top-class CDM to take over from Matic before we need a striker. And the reason it's before we need a striker, because we've got Igalo until January backing up Tony Martial. Rashford can play at striker. Mason Greenwood can play at striker, probably should play at striker, probably would be his best position. So he should be backing up for Martial, even if we do sign Sancho. Exactly, John O'Denton says 2. We know, we have Greenwood. I agree with you, John O'Denton. Like, there's no real need for this guy. I mean, look, we are going to need one actually in the future because Igalo is not going to be sticking around, and we are light in those areas. But really, if you had another winger, let's just say you signed Sancho, then you can do a lot with that. Then you can play, let's say that Martial was injured. You could play Greenwood up top. You could play Sancho on the right. You could play Rashford at left mid. Or you could play Rashford up top. You could play Greenwood on the left. You could play Dan James on the left. You know, there's a bunch of different options for United to do, even if we did have that situation. Mr. NLWT, I agree, not our priority right now. Indeed, yeah, focus on the other shit. I mean, as a bonus, as our 4th or 5th signing of the window, I would be up for that, but not right now. Batman Nightfan says, Martial was so slow yesterday. Yeah, it was like he was playing on ketamine or something. It's like if some of the boys been sniffing ket before the game and they've entered into the K-hole. You know what I mean? That's what it seemed like to me, lads. If I would imagine a footballer playing like they had ingested ketamine, horse tranquilizer, I would say that would be Tony Martial in that game yesterday. So yeah, I think you're probably right there, Batman Knight fan. Big God Bob comments, you're right about Mason Greenwood. Goatwood's potential. So true, yeah. I mean, even if he just does the backup roles on the wings, he's going to do bits like he has done since he's played for us in those positions. But I do think naturally he's a finisher. He's the best natural finisher we've got, and he's only 18. So you want to harness that. You want to garner that potential. You want to encourage that. And at number 9, he gets all the opportunities to bang the ball in the back of the net. And did you see that goal that he scored yesterday? This is textbook. This is a striker's finish. That's what I mean by him being a striker. That goal against Brighton that he scored yesterday, which was disallowed, you know, the one where Rashford squared it to him. Rashford just tees him up and there's no messing around for Mason Greenwood. He's got such an eye for goal. He sticks it in the back of the net. Now, it was offside. Rashford was marginally offside when he received the ball from Martial, but the finish was that of a proper goal scorer. And he's just continued to impress me every time I've seen him. Left foot, right foot. So yeah, definitely he's the potential for number 9 for the future. Chaz Davis, he says, Mr. Pig, if true, if James goes on loan, so Sancho Man United will happen. Yeah, I think it'll be the case of we sign Sancho, then we loan James out. If we do sign Sancho, if we do sign a right winger, then we'll get rid of James on loan. It won't be, and that's only an if, because I think we need him for depth purposes anyway. But that's only an if. But we're not going to let James go out more than likely if we don't get a replacement we're in, because we're just in a crap situation with bad depth. We need that right winger coming in, that Sancho class quality player to come in to give us that depth there. And then, maybe you could see Dan James go out on loan to Leeds. I don't even know why Leeds are all of a sudden. I guess it's because they almost signed him previously and Bielsa's got a big interest in him. He likes these pace merchants. So that's probably why. And he obviously sees some potential in Dan James. If I was Leeds, maybe I'd be interested in taking him on a permanent deal, but I don't think I'd be interested in taking him on loan. But there you go. I personally wouldn't want him really to go on loan at Leeds United. Why would we want to help out the scum Leeds United this season in the Premier League if we don't have to? Why would we actually want to do that? So I say no. I mean, what do you guys think about that one? If you think that we should consider getting rid of Dan James or loaning him for the season to Leeds, press 1. If you think no, definitely not. We don't want to see him playing for a rival like that, even if they're just coming up and they're maybe relegation fodder, which they're probably not going to be actually, then smash a 2. Nice one, lads and lasses. So, over 200 of you guys tuning in again today in the afternoon here on Sunday. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Shout out to you all for stopping by and getting in here. Just a transfer news update for you. I'll give you a bit of an update and a rundown a bit later, but I don't want to repeat myself just yet. So if you're just getting in here, I'll give you the rundown shortly. But do us a favour, if you haven't done so already, smash the thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky little thumbs up rating on it. That will help this channel out immensely. Shout out to all the Bacon Brigade, by the way. We smashed 30k subscribers last night. Get in there. So Ayush Bania says, any Telles news? Hiya, Ayush. I mean, the only Telles news that we've got is that talks are progressing between Telles and Man United. This is also something that Fabrizio Romano tweeted at 4:36 a.m. By the way, I reckon Fabrizio was on the old bloody marching powder or something last night. What has he been doing? He's up at 4:36 a.m. Now, fair play, he's probably watching the UFC or some shit like that. Code word. But anyway, look at that. Talks progressing. This is what he tweeted at 4:36 a.m. Talks progressing and Telles wants Man United. When it will be a done deal, I'll tell you. So it's obviously not a done deal right now. We know that it's imminent. We know that really it's just ironing out those fine details. Really it's just agreeing on that price, which is only about 5 million euros apart at this moment in time. So somebody will bend, probably more likely Porto in all honesty, because the transfer window's running out. They need to cash in. And United will probably get it for 16 million euros or somewhere around that. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know exactly the figure, but it's being reported right now that Man United are holding out on 15 million and Porto are holding out for 20 million. So that's the discrepancy and the difference at the moment. Fabrizio says he'll let us know when it's a done deal, so keep a look out for that. And in just regards as well to another update from the United report just a little while ago, is that talks are progressing and the personal terms are agreed with the player, yada, 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 yada. Porto want 20 million euros and they're holding out for that at this moment in time. But a deal is to be expected within the next 2 or 3 days. So good stuff, we'll see. Hopefully Telles is coming. Come on, my son, get in there. Not yet, though. Let's just calm down because it's not a done deal yet. And we know what United's board are like in terms of bringing players in and their ability to get negotiations over the line. So let's just calm down a little bit because we've still got every opportunity to melt this one up big time. Tristan Decoder, how you doing, Tristan Decoder? Tagger8, what's crack-a-lacking? He says Deadwood's choking the life out of generating cash for new transfers. So spot on, yeah. You're right, Tagger. He is. It's so ironic because we're always trying to hold out for extra money. Like Roma offered us 13 million euros, from what we understand. We want 18 million pounds, which is like 23 million euros for Smalling. And we're not prepared to go less than that right now at this stage anyway. And yet we're going over to Porto and discussing this deal for Alex Telles with them. And we're like going in at 12. And then they're like, no, we want 36. And we're like, okay, look, we'll come down to 25. And we go, no, 13. And they go, okay, look, 20 is our absolute bottom line. We're not going less than 20. And Woodward just puts his feet up on the desk with Matty Judge tickling his ball bag and goes, 15. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Like, that is what I feel like. I feel like our owners and our board They're just incapable of getting these deals over the line. Check United report again, says Arnes YouTube. Let's have a little look and see what you're on about, matey. Nice one, guys. Thank you for keeping me up to date. Obviously, Matty the Rushmeister is a bit busy today, so he's my usual go-to transfer. Oh, United report. Thank you very much for giving me the update a minute ago. They have reported that Andreas Pereira is on his way to Lazio. Negotiations began a few weeks ago and are coming to an end. He will join on a season-long loan with a buy option with a €27 million plus a 10% sell-on clause for United's €27 million option. Very interesting, and that's from Fred Caldera, correspondent for a Sport Interativo Inglaterra. Interesting. So yeah, there you go. There's a bit more information. I mean, that's not, I'd still say that's not official confirmation. United report tweeting that out, and that guy. But it's looking likely that it's going to happen, my friends. It's looking likely that Andreas Pereira is going to be going to Lazio. Na 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 wave goodbye. That's a bit harsh, actually. He's a nice lad. He's a nice lad. It just didn't work out, did it? Just didn't work out for him. Yeah, Batman Night fan. Bye, Andrea. After 30 years, Scouse Scholar Title says, that's great news, Pig. It is. It really is. JP says, get the fook out, Andreas. Party time. Nathan Whitford says, Glazers out, Woodward out as well. If only they could go over to bloody Lazio. That would be the real dream. Nice one, John O'Denton. Phil Mike says, €27 million. Laugh my ass off. No way they pay in half of that. Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, we saw a report earlier. I don't think that's correct, by the way. €27 million option for Pereira. That's madness. We saw a report earlier saying with a €10 million option. So this is the thing. All the facts and the fine details obviously have not come out yet in regards to the Andreas Pereira deal. From what we understand, though, it's a loan deal. It's a potential loan deal with an option to buy. Now, we don't know exactly how much the figure is. Reports range from 10 to €27 million as a potential future fee. But what do you guys think about it then? Andreas Pereira to Lazio on loan. Looks like it's a go-ahead. Get your thoughts and opinions in about it. Matthew Evans, how you doing, Matthew Evans? Shout out to you, bro. Jar Rastafari says, why the fuck is Phil Jones still at my club? Because he drives pink Lamborghinis and the girls love him. No, to be honest with you, Jar, it's probably simply just the fact that he's paid an extortionate amount of money for how gash-tastic of a stumbling turd of a player that he is. It's as simple as that. Nice one, Kayam says it's on Sky. Well, also, not 100% legit. No, I'm joking. That's pretty decent. But yeah, it looks like Andreas Pereira's going, lads and lasses. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Pida says VAR destroys another game. Wow, I actually thought oh, you mean today? Yeah, I thought the VAR worked spot on yesterday, and it's not just because it helped United out. I genuinely think that they got all of the right decisions when it comes to fouls and that. That's bloody twat. What his name's gone out my head now? Diving all up the top of the pitch for Brighton, you know. Hugo plays. What's going on? He says, Pig, can I become a moderator? To be fair, I've got a bit of a list of people who need to join and be moderator, so probably not anytime soon. I'm not going to lie, just simply because I've told a bunch of people. We don't actually need any more right now, but I've told a bunch of different people. I've got a list, so I can put you on the list, but it's going to be at the end of the list, my friend. TJ Vincent says, yes, Piggy, United was epic, mate. We need a centre-back. Spot on. Upper Meccano would be great, something like that, but I don't see it happening. Hey, Eddie Benson, what's going on, Eddie? He says, oh, and I forgot Smalling, 5 transfers, 8 days. I'll believe that when I see it. Yeah, true. Gas G says, Newcastle equalised. Are you serious? Go on, Newcastle. Wait, 90 minutes, 5 gone. Wait a sec. Are you taking a piss? Ah, Callum Wilson, get in there! With a 97th minute penalty, just like we did Brighton yesterday, and now Callum Wilson's popped up to take the 3 points off of Spurs. Oh, you love to see it, don't you? Look at that, Callum Wilson pops up at the end, and that's going to be the last kick of the game, surely. Let's just have a little update here. Sorry, guys, to just get onto this, but that is awesome. Tottenham look like they've absolutely bottled it. Oh, yes. Lucas Moura scored for Spurs earlier on in 97 minutes. Callum Wilson bangs one in. And that's going to be full-time pretty much, I think. Let's just wait a sec. Yeah. The VAR, though, from what I understand, Clinton Morrison's put on BBC. That's not a penalty. I can't understand for the life of me. Oh, my gosh. So you were mentioning the VAR. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I just have not seen I haven't seen what you're talking about there, obviously, but it looks like maybe that is the case. Get in there, you beauties. That is absolutely awesome. Stuart Montgomery says, that pen was a joke, mind. I haven't seen it, but it sounds like it was a joke. John O'Denton says, you love to see it. I don't really care, though, because it's going up against Spurs. That could be huge, taking those 2 points off of Spurs. Suck that, Jose, you meltbag. That's what I've got to say to him. Springtrap Lover, what's going on? He says, Jones is still at United because that moron Woodward gave him a new 5-year contract because he honestly thought we would get money for him. Yeah, that's probably the only legitimate reason. And now what we're looking to do is what? Run the contract out for many years and let him go on a free. That's the best bet you can get for Phil Jones because no bastard's going to pay him 130 grand a week. Either that or we end up paying somebody like 70 grand a week, 60 grand a week to play for somebody else, which doesn't work either. It's not really good business. So I don't think that's a good idea. Jesse Lingard's a player that may be leaving this summer. Of course, Mino Raiola is his agent. He wouldn't have aligned himself with that twat unless he's looking to get away from the football club this summer, I think. He only has a year contract left at United and an option to extend it for a year from the club. So, which we probably won't do. I don't know. So we might do it unless we get him gone in this summer window. If somebody comes in for Jesse Lingard in this window, we should sell him. Ashley Jenkins says, Harry Kane sent off after full time. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. We scored a goal yesterday after full time and they've had Harry Kane sent off after full time. Batman says, Newcastle wanted Phil Jones. What happened? The thing is, Batman Knight fan, with Newcastle United is they did want him, but then in the negotiation room, it's like, oh, how much do you want? Well, I'm getting 130 grand a week at United, so you're going to have to give me that. And they're like, but we can't give you that, mate. We can only give you about 70. It's like, all right, well, we'll ask Manchester United if maybe they would make up the rest. But he can't leave a contract that's worth 130 grand a week to come play for your Bruce C, can he? Unless he's going to make that. So sorry, we can't do the deal. And they're like, well, we can't pay any more, so we have to pull out. That's what's happened, mate. We priced ourselves out the market with these players because they're so shit and they're on so much bloody money. Sarvu Lance's son is injured. Oh, Tottenham having some issues. Tottenham having some issues, and Harry Kane gets done and sent off at the end of the game afterwards as well. Brilliant. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much to everybody that's keeping me updated today, by the way. Some great updates from the Bacon Brigade out there in regards to transfers and also during the game. But let's all just have a little laugh at Spurs. And let's have a little laugh at Fat Frank Lampard and his Chelsea side as well. Because they spent 220 odd million and they almost got done by West Brom yesterday. 3-3 it finished. Unfortunately, they did get the equalising goal right at the end. But it would have been sick if they lost. But it just goes to show you it's so hard in this league. Everyone's jumping on Solskjær. What about bloody Fat Frank Lampard? Spent all that money. West Brom doing them like, I mean, come on. United, it's going to take us a little while to get back to sharpness, but I still believe in Ollie. I still believe. Alex with a super chat. Thank you, Alex. He says, Son and Bale injured. And Kane just got sent off. Bring on Sunday. Get in there, my son. It's absolutely sensational, actually, when you think about it. Sunday, we've got to play these twats. Kane's going to be suspended and Son's injured. Get in there, Alex. That is a beaut. Well, thank you so much. Yes, mate. You know, think about that. We are going to have a better time now, aren't we? We're definitely going to have a better time of it today. On Sunday, I mean, now that they don't have Kane and, of course, Son in the team. Brilliant stuff. JP says, got to go in a bit, chaps and chapettes. No worries, JP. Well, thank you so much for getting in here, bro. Wee Patrick, you're a legend, JP. Wee Patrick says, we must win Sunday. Spot on, Wee Patrick. We absolutely must do. Well, you know, it's a tough game. It's still a tough game, even without Son and Kane. But it definitely, I think, just went up in a few percent in terms of the likelihood that Manchester United could win this game. We just need to get a few bloody players in before that game. And maybe we'll be better placed and have the competition and the fitness and the quality and the depth to be able to take the game to these twats. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely a few players at United that are still going to be off the pace against Spurs. I don't see Pogba and Martial and Aaron Wan-Bissaka and these guys that were so off the pace the other day getting back to 100% match sharpness with one more League Cup game against Brighton in between now and that game against Tottenham on Sunday. So yeah. Nice one, guys. Over 250 of you legends stopping by. Smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already, lads and lasses. Help us compete with some of the bigger, meltier channels. And get involved in the live chat. I love to hear from you legends, whether it's Jeanette Pugh, Becky Hope. How are you ladies doing today? TJ Vincent, after 30 years, the Scouting Scholar title. Phil Mike, Eliam Gonzalez, Vija, great to see you. He says, yes, I hope Andreas leaves. Well, to be honest with you, it's looking like he is leaving, my friend. We have a super chat from Joel Morris. Thank you, Joel Morris, for getting it. He says, Newcastle drew 1-1 with Spurs. They did. Callum Wilson scored a 97th minute penalty just now. And Harry Kane got sent off at the full-time whistle, folks. So he's going to be suspended for that game against United. Fucking get in there, my son. And Son went off injured at half-time. So they're screwed. Or at least they lost their best two players. They're literally their best two players. Son and Kane. Like, Kane got an assist today also, but Son and Kane combined, what was it, four times the other day? Son Heung-min scored 4 goals that Harry Kane set up. That's mental. So, you know, the fact that those two are not going to be on the pitch is absolutely massive for Manchester United. Ayatollah of Rock and Roller says Newcastle got the worst penalty ever. I did hear that. Yeah, I haven't seen it. But I understand that VAR's had a complete nightmare here and they just absolutely bottled it at the end of the game. Jose's going to be furious. Spurs are going to be furious. Lynette Giggs says Harry Kane straight red card. Get in there, Lynette Giggs. He's not going to be playing against United on Sunday. Stick that up your freaking pipe. Sounded messed up. Yeah, and Waka Sakram says Bale is still injured. Well, that's no surprise. That's no surprise, man. Sick Note FC. Sick Note Hotspurs is what they should be bloody called. Jokers, man. Absolute bunch of jokers. But that is brilliant that they dropped the 3 points there. They've only picked up 1 point. Excellent, because they're obviously going to be rivals for us this season. Cindy Collector, how you doing? He says, thanks for the info, Pig. Great show again. A genuine chat. To all those here, new it's the best. No agendas, liked and shared. Take care all. Cindy Collector, you're a bloody legend. Thank you so much for that. G Wolf United, what's it going? He says, come on, my son. Oh, he injured with a bad toe. Rajon says, please judge Ollie after 3 years. I agree with you, Rajon. I really, really do. Martin Atiba says, don't forget Gareth Bale is in there. Absolutely proper Sick Note FC. Dara Azizi says, Brighton outplayed you and so did Palace. Spurs can definitely be. Yeah, true. But, you know, let's see how we do. It's going to be 2 games away. We've got the Brighton game. All that's the problem with United, it's not the players. The last 14 games of the season, we were brilliant last year. We won the most points out of anyone during that time. It's just the fact that they don't have that condition and that sharpness. So you might be right. Maybe we won't be 100% enough to be able to take the game to Spurs like we want to. But maybe they won't either, by judging by what's happened. So it blows it wide open. It blows it right open. Okay, let's just have a look at... I just want to get through some of the other little stories about today with the transfer stuff, and then we get back to the main topics. So yes, Daniel James talks of him maybe being considered by Leeds United for a loan move right now. Liam Bradford, BBC correspondent, has tweeted earlier at 2:19 p.m. Saying Manchester United are going back to Dortmund with another offer for Jadon Sancho this week. There's a feeling of frustration that things are taking as long as they are, so it's more of the same there. But he's a reputable guy. I mean, I do understand that United will be tabling another offer at this stage, definitely trying to get him before the end of the window. Probably will not be accepted though, but if it is, brilliant, we can get Jadon Sancho in there. It depends how much of a low ball offer United offer them. If United go in for Sancho and pay 10 million less than Dortmund want, maybe they'll go for it. But any more than that, I don't think that they're going to go for it, even if it is right at the end of the window, because they could just keep a great player around for another 3 months or a year. Quite interesting. I just want to read this out now, actually, especially because Spurs just lost and we've got them coming up on Sunday. But, you know, obviously Solskjær yesterday came out after the game and he said it's lucky that it wasn't Jose Mourinho playing because he'd have been measuring the goalposts, just having a cheeky little dig at Jose there. Jose responded to Solskjær's goalpost comment today and simply said, I don't think he will concern himself with the size of the goal, but the size of the penalty box. He will not play with an 18-yard box, only 22 yards. Jose, you tit, man! Can you believe this? Jose Mourinho coming out saying we get a shitload of penalties and we need a 22-yard box. What a tit, man! I mean, crikey, do people actually think we're getting illegitimate penalties? That's a joke. How many neutrals are in here, folks? Let us know, because these penalties that we've been awarded and that Bruno Fernandes has stuck away going back in the last season too, they're all legitimate penalties, folks. There's no soft penalties there. They're all legitimate penalties in my eyes. You know, so VAR's doing us well, so it should be. That's what it's there for, to get the right decision. And I think we've had the right decision every single time, but that is pretty cheeky from that Jose Mourinho melt bag, eh? TJ Vincent, thank you, mate. You have a cracking day. Appreciate it, TJ. Will says, Everton for top 4. Stranger things have happened. They look very good. Rewang Ditchin says, quick digression from the transfer of Pereira and James. I am totally Ollie in. But don't you think our tactics these games have become too one-dimensional against teams when we don't counter-attack? We've looked awful the last 2 games, Rewang. I don't think we need to really look at blame the tactics, though, because if the players are not up to the standard to actually undertake and carry out those tactics, it doesn't help much. We haven't actually had a lot of games to work with what we're trying to do this season either. Solskjær's had that pre-season game against Villa and 2 league games now and a League Cup game. We need more games. As soon as we've had those more games, I expect us to start looking more like a quality team again. Because the tactics going in towards the end of last year were brilliant. I thought we were smashing teams up. He's the first manager in Premier League history to go 4 consecutive league games beating the opposition by 3 or more goals. Those are ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So that's how good we were doing in terms of style last season. So let's just get the team back to 100% match sharpness. Let's see what we can do. Add a couple of quality players in there, which we haven't done. All the other teams around us have. We haven't done that yet to the extent that we need to. So once we've done that, let's see how he gets on with the tactics and how we're playing. I honestly think the only reason we're playing so badly is because the players are so off the pace in terms of match sharpness. They're either tired, they've either been separated, bloody quarantined from the team for a couple of weeks and haven't been in training properly, or they're coming back from bloody coronavirus, or, you know, they're just off the boil for whatever reason, a couple of these players. Some of them looked all right again the other day, you know, thought was very impressed with Matic, he looked bang sharp, but some of the players just didn't really look like they're anywhere near their former selves. Tony Martial had the first touch of a rapist in that game. Now that sounds messed up to say, and I don't want to say it, but it's true. His touch was awful, and it just everything he touched turned to crap. And when you're Tony Martial, one of the players with the best touches in our team, that's a worry. You're just lacking that match sharpness, you know. Okay, so there you go. So there's Mourinho, the cheeky bastard, coming out and saying that. What else have we got quickly? Also, it's understood, you'll love this one, lads and lasses. So, we're understood to be lining up potentially as a backup here. This is just hearsay at this moment in time. There's nothing solid. But of course, if United don't sign Sancho, we will be looking at backup options. And United, it's understood that we've made contact with Bournemouth for Josh King potentially as well. There's maybe a backup. What do you think about Josh King, lads and lasses? If you would like to see Josh King come to the football club, smash a 1 in the live chat. Stick a cheeky little 1 in the live chat, folks, if you would like to see Josh King come to Manchester United. If you don't, put something else in there. Will says, I lived in Cardiff when Ollie was boss there. The man is just not up to the job. Sorry, pig man. You can't really say base that just on what? The fact that he got relegated with Cardiff and stuff like that. Nah, you can't base it on that, man. That's just one time at one club, probably with a bad situation. I don't really know in terms of, like, I don't know, maybe he did melt the job at Cardiff, but it happens. Managers make mistakes and they learn from it. A lot of the best managers in the game will have had failures in their careers. Now, maybe not Sir Alex Ferguson, because he went from Aberdeen, where he was very successful, to United and stayed his whole career. But most managers, whether it's Jose or Louis or whoever, you know, big managers will have failures in their career at some point. It's about how they learn from it. It's about how they adapt. And also, Cardiff is a totally different animal to United. He actually finished 3rd in the season with United last year. I don't know if any of you have forgotten that. Have you guys forgotten that? But Ole Gunnar Solskjær finished 3rd in the league last season with a squad that probably was the 5th or 6th best squad in the league at the start of the year. And still probably the 4th or 5th best squad in the league come the end of the year after we'd added Bruno and Ighalo in January. So I think he deserves a lot of credit there, folks, for finishing 3rd. Never mind what he did at Cardiff. What about what he's done at United? That's what we should actually be judging it on. Never mind Cardiff. What about United? He's actually done the job at United to a really good standard. The players he's signed, brilliant. So, yeah. My opinion, though, you're entitled to yours. Thank you very much for giving it, mate. James says, sad to say, but Ollie will be sacked by Christmas. Nah, how can you say that, my friend? Look, we're going to smash Spurs up on Sunday, and all of a sudden, all of you Ollie outers, all of you Ollie doubters will get back to ticking in his ball bag. That's kind of how I feel, because there's too many flip-floppers around, flip-flop, floppy jalopies, getting their floppers out and flopping around all over the place. That's not cool. You know, that's the problem. Give Ollie the time and faith. Whoever, I think it was Rajon earlier, commented and said Ollie needs 3 years. That's the sort of time we need to give a manager. Never mind this chop, change, blame the manager, scapegoat the manager bullshit. We need to give these managers time to develop something, to create that ethos, that philosophy, that team, that spirit, that quality in the side. He needs time to sign players. He needs time to get Deadwood out. There's still loads of Deadwood at this club that he doesn't want here. He doesn't want Jones. He doesn't want Rojo. He doesn't want Pereira. He doesn't want Lingard even, probably. There's a lot of Deadwood that he needs to get out, and he needs to sign players too. So he does need a good couple of years. He does need a lot of time. So Alex got the time. So Alex got 4 or 5 years before there was any success really at United. And if you'd have sacked him in that time, which a lot of people were calling for him to be sacked, then United wouldn't have had that 90s period of success and beyond, where we were just the best team in the world, or one of them. So let's be honest now, like you can't just keep chopping and changing and sacking managers off. It's a ridiculous thing to do. Do us a favour if you're tuning in, guys. Smash the thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Why the hell not? Leave the cheeky little like on the video. And if you're new to the channel as well, subscribe to the channel. Get involved. Shivam Kashyap says, all the fake Man United supporters, Ollie has uplifted the team. Stop criticising him. Spot on, agree with you. Welsh Red says, if we carry on playing that way, Ollie will be gone by November. We're not going to continue playing that way though, Welsh Red. It's just because we're so shit and unconditioned at the start of the year. And we don't have the depth, and we don't have the quality, and we don't have the class in general in areas that are key. Tonk Nash says, any news with transfers, Mr. Pig? Absolutely. I'll do a little rundown in a minute. I just wanted to get through over everything there. So, yeah, okay, then let's have a little look at let's give you an update on the transfers then, folks. So, everyone an update in regards to Andreas Pereira. Andreas Pereira is looking to be joining Lazio any moment soon now on a loan deal. Reports are surfacing. It's been tweeted out. It's on Sky Sports. Fabrizio Romano's confirmed it that Lazio were in talks to sign Andreas Pereira from United. It's believed that it's a loan deal, a season-long loan deal with the further option to buy down the road in a year's time. With reports ranging from a future fee of €10 million to €27 million for Andreas Pereira. We'll see. We'll confirm that once that's all confirmed and comes out. But at this moment in time, Lazio are looking like they're going to take Andreas Pereira on loan for the season, which I think is a very good thing because he's just not going to play and he's surplus to requirements and he's bloody bang average championship fodder in my opinion. So it makes a lot of sense that we get rid of him now rather than later. What's the point of keeping him around? If you can get him out on loan, get him out on loan. We still need to get rid of the other bloody Deadwood gash at the club as well. We still have to get rid of Jones, Rojo, Smalling, all these guys who are just melting up. Lindelof can bloody dwindle off and do one as far as I'm concerned as well. Because we need somebody quality in there. I'd rather keep Chris Smalling. And let Lindelof, Jones and Rojo do one out the door. I genuinely would. And then we've got Bailly, then we've got Twanzebe, then we've got Mengi, then we can sign up a Mercado. It's not freaking rocket science. But you think it was to our bloody owners and board and these twats because they're brain dead. They're bloody brain dead, my friends. Okay, so Andreas Pereira, just to give you an update, yeah, looks like he's going to join Lazio on loan with an option to buy. Get your thoughts and opinions in regards to that one, lads and lasses. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're buzzing about that. Will comments, is the coach of Lazio blind? Who the F wants that dog shy? Will, you make a good point. I don't understand the appeal either, I'm going to be honest. Maybe pure desperation. Ayatollah of Rock and Roller says you need more than luck to finish third. Absolutely, especially after the start that we had to the season. Remember, we were like 15th after a few games or something. We were having a stinker at the start of last year. Really bad. And Solskjær turned us around, so we need credit for that. And the style of football. Crikey, it's the best football. Okay, there were still games when it was shit and we still had that awful, sidey football, slow stuff. But there were some games when we were ripping teams open and scoring loads of goals. That's why he set that record of being the first manager to get 3 or more, 4 wins in a row by winning 3 or more consecutive margin goals or whatever, if you know what I mean. So he was the first manager to do that. We were playing great football, great style, ripping teams apart. So it was way better than the Jose Mourinho style. Kayam says, adios, Andreas. Yeah, good shout, Kayam, man. Good shout. He's gone. See you later. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time over there. You know, good luck to him. I hope he has a great time. Serie A is probably a good need for him. He might be able to do some bits in Serie A. When we understand that Ashley Young and Alexis Sanchez and Lukaku and Smalling and these guys are all tearing it up in Serie A, maybe Andreas Pereira can go on and kick on and have a good little career now in Serie A. We'll see. Joseph Misko, thank you. He says, got to go. Have a good show, Mr. P. Thank you, Joseph Misko. You have a cracking day as well, mate. You're an absolute hero for getting in here. One of the channel members. Everybody, stick your favourite Baker Brigade channel member emoji in the live chat for Andreas Pereira. Good luck to him, good luck to him. He's just shit. He's just shit. I just wanted to show you his statistics for the year. So I'm just going to have a look at Andreas Pereira's statistics all over his career just to see what we are missing out on here. Let's have a look. So let's just see what we're missing out on. So all seasons, let's just check out his last season stats. He's valued currently at 14 million euros. That's more like it. I think that would be more in the region of the future fee, really. I think that 27 million euro report we heard might be a little bit false. I don't know. But it looks like we've agreed terms and everything, and he will be going to Lazio on loan at this stage. So last year in the Europa League, he played 6 times. He scored a goal. Who was that against? Can anybody remember? It was probably against Lars Glins, wasn't it? Some proper farmers, just like Jesse Lingard's goal. He played 4 times the FA Cup. He got an assist. Who was that against? Bloody Yeovil Town or something. In the Premier League, he played 25. Oh my lord, he made 25 appearances last year. What was Solskjær smoking? Are you serious? Andreas Pereira made 25 appearances last season. What? I didn't think it was that many. I know a lot of them are going to be off the bench as a sub. These are not starts. But even so, man, that's terrible. And in those 25 appearances, he got 1 goal and 3 assists. I don't even remember him getting that. I mean, 3 assists? I don't remember that in the league. But fair play to him, actually. That's actually pretty decent. It's not decent, but it's better than I thought it was going to be, which is nothing. In the EFL Cup, he played 5 times last season and did nothing. In the Premier League this season before that, he played 15 times and he got 1 assist and 1 goal. Yeah, he's just had a shit career at United. When you actually look at these stats going back, they're freaking pitiful. Considering he's an attacking player, he should be getting more goals and assists and doing stuff like that. He's absolutely pitiful when it comes to playing for United, definitely. He's actually had a cap for Brazil in 2018 as well. Bloody hell. They must have been desperate. They must have been freaking desperate, the Brazilian national team, to call on Andreas Pereira in September 2018. Do you reckon? Right then. Yeah, Kayam says 1 goal and 3 assists against Norwich. Is that what it was? Is that what it was? All of them came in that game? Dude. Hey, Ice Queen Gaming, have a great day, Dawn. Thank you so much. She says, see you on the next stream. Have a wicked day. Ice Queen Gaming, what a bloody legend. Happy birthday for you on Monday as well, tomorrow. Everybody, you know what to do. Stick those balloon emojis in the live chat there for Ice Queen Gaming, because it is her birthday. I think it's tomorrow. Either that or I've got a really bad memory. But yeah, happy birthday for them. Aaron Armstrong says, Sancho in, Glazers out. Yeah, good shout, good shout. Sancho in, Glazers out. Right, okay, nice one. So, also, yeah, Andreas Pereira looks to be joining Lazio. Dan James is a potential loan move on the table from Leeds United, but it remains to be seen what United can do in terms of getting Jadon Sancho and maybe another winger in as well before that would happen, before that would materialise that Dan James would be allowed to go anywhere. So there's that news as well. We're also understood to have made some contact with Josh King, which is gashtastic. Yeah, so a little bit of information coming out in regards to United today. Oh, and Alex Telles as well. The Telles deal is progressing. We understand that is just really a case of meeting in the middle still. It's still the same with Telles, unfortunately. But it should happen very rapidly once the agreement's been made. I'm still expecting Telles around about Tuesday, Wednesday this week. I think we'll sign him end of September. Whereas I think Sancho or a right winger or anybody else for that matter in any other position, if they're going to be coming this window, it'll be right at the end of the window. But yeah, Telles should be coming in sooner. Nice one, Kayam. CCR2971 says Dan James out. So you want to see Dan James go? Johnny Malks, what's going on, bro? He says, what's happening, Piglets? Hope you are well. Anybody see the fights last night? I did. I just saw the highlights, actually. I didn't stay up and watch it, but I just saw the highlights. And yeah, Adesanya absolutely mugged Paulo Costa right off, didn't he? Paulo Costa, you've had a fat mare, son. What the hell was he doing? Throw like bloody 1 punch or something. Shocking. Michael Fletcher, what's going on, Mickey F? He comments, Josh King is to replace Igalo in January, no doubt, being brought forward because Igalo's playing crap. Interesting, yeah, good shout, Michael Fletcher. He is a good, obviously, forward option there. I wouldn't really be that bothered about seeing him, you know, either way. If he's a backup, then I would be happy to cut him for him to come in. But if he's a direct replacement or instead of Sancho or something like that, that would be pitiful. But no, I think if we are going to get Josh King, it should be as well as somebody else. That's what we really need in terms of depth. We really need Sancho and another winger forward type player as well. Whether it's Ismail Assar or whoever, we could do with somebody else too. Aaron Homeyard says Dan James should go get some games in. Yeah, very true. I don't know if Leeds United is the best destination for him though. I think he could get some more games elsewhere. And not at our bitter rivals who may or may not utilise and use him properly. I don't know. Batman Night Fan says we've hit 150 likes, 157 likes. Thank you, Batman Night Fan. Thank you, everybody who's watching this video and getting in here today. Smash that thumbs up button if you have not done so already. Leave a little like on it. Let's see if we can get to 200 by the end of the show. Yeah, that's right, Will. He says, one punch, the new Audley Harrison, total melter. Yeah, it was pitiful, actually. Like, for somebody like him who usually comes out and just hunts people down, it was a bit disappointing. Muiz Abdelaziz says, Andreas was so bad, I don't think he was playing football at United. Yeah, he was playing like, on the PlayStation he was probably playing mentally or something, because he seemed to be just gash whenever he played for United. Really bad statistically as well. We just looked at them. Good riddance, really. Good luck to him, but also good riddance. We need better players than Andreas Pereira at United. He's not up to the standard, is he? Johnny Mount says, back to United. Pereira needs to go. Good luck, son, but you've been given enough chances. James, I preferred a loan buy. Wouldn't cry if he went on a perm. Good shout, yeah. Like, if he went permanently somewhere, it wouldn't be the biggest loss, but ideally you want to loan him out, get game times, maybe see him improve, and have a future at United. He is still young, so I hear you on that one. Good comment. Ashley Jenkins says, play James in his proper position on the left. Yes, I think he should just be Rashford's backup, and that's it. I'm with you on that one. Ricky Swift says Sheffield United to go down this season. You heard it here first. I don't see it, Ricky. They were just too strong last season. I know they lost today, but I just think they'll be okay. Michael Collins says, would be sad to see Dan James leave permanently. Interesting. Mr. Edwards says, just show Israel is an absolute beast. Yeah, true. I mean, Israel Adesanya is something else, in all honesty. He is. Kingdom Khan Captain says, fair Dinkum bloke, next Dalot should go. Yes, well, that's another thing. If we get Alexander Telles in, folks, then Diogo Dalot probably will be going. Diogo Dalot early in the window held talks with Solskjær. It's understood that he's not happy with the limited amount of games he had in the season last year. And he needed assurances that he was going to get game time. Only problem for him is Aaron Wan-Bissaka is just way better than Diogo Dalot. And when Diogo Dalot's been given chances by Solskjær, he's not really stepped up and he's not really delivered. So how can Solskjær justify giving Dalot opportunities over Aaron Wan-Bissaka or over anybody else, even Fosu Mensah? You see the other day, he played Fosu Mensah. He didn't play Dalot. So I think Dalot is going. I think Dalot's got the potential to go right now. He's not happy at the club. There was an offer from Lille a couple of weeks ago, which United kicked back because it wasn't enough money. So there are clubs that are interested in Diogo Dalot. And if United could recoup somewhere around 20 million euros for him, they may well consider selling him. So he's another one of the few players that may realistically leave in this window. But that depends on, like I say, if we get Alex Telles, then what will happen is you have Telles and Luke Shaw at the left-back position, and you'll have Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Brandon Williams would be further ahead of Dalot at the right-back position as well. So what does that mean for Dalot? Well, unless he's going to be utilised as a winger or something like that, he's just never really going to play that many games. So for him personally, I can understand wanting to leave the football club, and from United's point of view, I can understand cashing in and selling him. He's never really done that much. He's pretty damn bang average for us. So Dalot, I mean, let's see what you guys think. He's still young. He's really young. He's only 20, is he? He's ridiculously young, this kid. So he could have a really great future. It's just right now I haven't seen enough. I've seen more from a younger Brandon or, you know, certain other players that makes me think that he's going to be nowhere near the side this season. So have a little vote, guys. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think we should keep Diogo Dalot, or smash a 2 in the live chat if you think that Diogo Dalot should actually be sold in this window and he's not up to the standard. Let's see where the fan base is at on it. So have a cheeky little vote. 1 for keep him, 2 for sell him. Batman Night Fan says 1. Ashley Jenkins 2, Waka Sakran 1, Wayne D General 2, Peter Coveney 2, Showbus Punchcan 1, Will 2, Tom Sadok 2, James 1, Aaron Homeyard 1. To be honest with you guys, it's pretty much even split, really. It's pretty much an even split. Who's lurking out there today, by the way, folks? I think there's a bunch of lurkers in the background who are not getting in here with your comments. Where's the lurkers? Stop lurking for a second and come in here and have a cheeky little vote. Smash a 1 in the live chat for keep Dalot. Smash a 2 in the live chat for sell him. Nice one. Peter Coveney says, just another wage we could do without. I agree. Michael Connor says, can't teach pace. Give Dan James a loan and let him work his way into the squad next season. Makes sense. Patrick says, people, you should give Pig's interview with Luke Chadwick a watch. Thank you, wee Patrick. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, people probably have seen it because it's like featured on my homepage. But if you haven't seen my interview with Luke Chadwick, check it out. It's very interesting. Top lad, obviously. Even got his Premier League medal out. Tom Zadok, what's happening, Tom Zadok? Kayam says, 1, Dalot can play right wing. Yeah, he can, but he hasn't. So he can, but he hasn't really. Matthew Evans, stop spamming that random shite. Otherwise, you will be timed out there. It's just happened there. Thank you, Ryan Burberspin9. You have been warned, my friend. Mad Animal says it's good to finally see some movement after a lot of negativity around the club and the fan base. When the window shuts, get behind the team. Nice one, Mad Animal. Yeah, you're right. There is some good stuff coming out in the next week for United. You know, both players going in and players going out. I'm disgusted a little bit with how disappointing people are after the game yesterday. It's like we won in the most dramatic fashion possible. We got the 3 points. We snatched victory from the jaws of defeat there, and people are somehow turning it into a negative like we played shite. Yeah, we did play shite. We're going to play shite for a little bit because we're not match sharp. We're not match sharp. We didn't have a pre-season. We started a week after everyone else. That's why. We're at a disadvantage at this moment in time. We're not match sharp. That's my honest opinion anyway. Nice one, Mad Animal. Thank you so much. Agree, my friend. And in terms of what we're going to do in this window, yeah, we probably will get at least 2 players in. It probably will be Alex Telles. That one's looking imminent. And in terms of anybody else, Sancho, I don't know if that's legitimately going to happen. I still think he's more likely to stay at Dortmund. The bookmakers have him down to stay at Dortmund as most likely. United are going to have to go there and pay the money. Dortmund won't sell him for any less than £100 million, I don't think. They might accept 10 million less, but they're not going to accept 20 million less now, I don't think. You saw this offer the other day that was being bandied around by the Mirror and all these shit publications about a £90 million offer for Sancho. 75 million up front, 15 million down the road. I don't think they'll accept that. I think it would have to be more like, 90 million up front and 10 million down the road or something like that. You have to make it a little bit sweeter for Dortmund at this stage because they've got a ridiculously potent asset who's going one way, getting better. It's not going down in valuation over the next 12 months. And they can sell him in January, get 3 months brilliant service out of him, get another 20 assists and goals or whatnot, and then just sell him for that anyway. You know what I mean? So, come on, guys. It's a no-brainer, really. United have to pay the money to get him. If we're not going to be prepared to pay 120 million, then we're not going to get him. So that remains to be seen. So if we don't get him, we should go get somebody else. But what's good about this window is now it's looking likely that players are going to be going out the club. Finally, we're going to get rid of some more of this Deadwood at this football club. It's looking like it. There's a few players that are being linked with moves away. Andreas Pereira is going to Lazio on loan. That's a positive because he's gash. Lingard, it was being reported on Sky Sports the other day that Riola and Lingard are ready to talk to other clubs because he doesn't have much time left on his contract, only a year, and we've got an option to extend. But who in their right mind would extend Jesse Lingard's bloody contract, man? You wouldn't, would you? So that's probably not going to happen from the club. And if we do, then we're having a nightmare. So we're probably looking to cash in now and sell him this summer rather than have to deal with that later and extend the contract. Because to be fair, you don't want Lingard leaving for nothing, really. If you can get a few million for him, you might as well. So that's what we need to do at this moment in time is cash in on some of the Deadwood. Diogo Dalot's another one. We just had a little vote, guys, in regards to Dalot, and it was very split. A lot of you guys were looking at Dalot saying, yes, he should be playing in the team. He can play at right wing. He's a backup option. He's only 20. Those are all great facts. But the biggest fact for me is he's not looked really good when we've seen him. And I'm not bothered about the age. I look at potential. I look at abilities out there on the pitch and what players actually do. Age is just a number to me. If you're good enough, you're old enough. But Dalot's definitely not good enough for Manchester United right now. He's not good enough to keep out Brandon Williams at right back as Wan-Bissaka's deputy when we signed Telles for the left back spot. He's not good enough to keep Brandon Williams out at being number 2. So what's the future hold for Diogo Dalot? Maybe he could be a right wing option, but again, he's just going to be a utility, occasional player coming into the team, playing every now and then at right wing then. He's not going to be keeping Sancho or Greenwood out the team, is he, Diogo Dalot? So Dalot's another one. He's probably going in this window. Leo had a bid earlier in the window. We knocked it back for being too low. But there are a few things happening at this club now. There's a few players that should be going out. Maybe Rojo will be going on another loan to Estudiantes. We already worked that one out. We already know that they want him. He was there last season. Chris Smalling as well. There still remains to be seen what's happening with Chris Smalling. A lot of people think we should keep him for the season and put him in there alongside Maguire or even Bailly to give us a different centre-back pairing option rather than stick with that bloody Victor Lindelof twat, which I personally agree with. I think Smalling is a better player than Lindelof, but I don't think we should be going there. I think we should be moving this Deadwood on, starting a new generation at Manchester United, giving Solskjær the tools to make this a proper good transitional period for United and not just keep this Deadwood crap around. So if you can actually get rid of Smalling, I would cash in. I would sell him to Roma or Inter, who are rumoured to be interested in him. If Inter get rid of Skriniar, they're supposed to be understood to be coming in for Smalling. Roma already wants Smalling. We've already talked with Roma, discussed it. Manchester United unable to reach an agreement with Roma right now. They've offered 13 or 14 million euros. We want closer to 18 million pounds, which is about 23 million euros. So there's a 10 million discrepancy there at the moment in time. So, but still though, these are all positive things, lads and lasses. This has been a crap window for getting rid of players. Yes, we got rid of Alexis Sanchez, which was he was the gaseous player to have on your books. So that's the best possible thing that could have happened. But in terms of other players, in terms of other positions, how many hangers-on do we actually have at the football club? Let's have a little count, guys. There's over 300 of you guys tuning in right now. Smash the thumbs up button if you're just getting in here today. Appreciate you all for stopping by. So then, the Deadwood at the club, let's just go through the list then. In my humble opinion, this is just my opinion, you all have your say in the comment section as well. But the players that United, in an ideal world, would move on this window and look to try and replace some of these players with great quality players as well would be Phil No Bones Jones at the back. He's gash-tastic. He can drive his Lamborghini to go and play for Stoke City or someone as far as I'm concerned. Rojo, he's a bit of a gangster and he's pretty firm in the tackle and I like his mental attitude, but at the same time he's just never really done that much for us and I would definitely move him on. Chris Smalling, he's the best of a bad bunch at centre-back there. We've got 9 centre-backs in this squad. It's redonkulous. And he's the best of a bad bunch there, in my opinion, out of the backups. Not Harry Maguire, but what's Harry done really lately, apart from looking gash? But anyway, Chris Smalling, he's definitely another player I'd move on. I would actually sell Victor Lindelof if I could, but it's not realistic again. We paid 29 mil for him a few seasons ago, and he seems to be in Solskjaer's plans, and, it's not realistic anyway, because we're not going to go and sign another centre-back in this window. There's Diogo Dalot, I think we should be looking to cash in on and move on now as well, based on the fact we're signing Alex Telles, and he's just not going to get much game time. I think in the other areas of the pitch, Andreas Pereira, he's going to Lazio, it looks like. Absolutely gash-tastic, makes a lot of sense. See you later on, Andreas. Jesse Lingard, you are absolutely crap. There's no way Jesse Lingard should be playing at this football club, so ideally we can get rid of him this summer. So what's that already? 6 or 7? We're already at 6 or 7 Deadwood players. And that's not including people like Mata, who you could argue, really don't contribute that much anymore and should also be gone. So 6 or 7 Deadwood players that Ole Gunnar Solskjær's got to contend with. These are twats that are in the dressing room. These are twats that are playing on the training pitch with all our other players. That's not positive, is it? That's negative. Now, some of them may be professional, some of them may be useful even from time to time. Like Lingard coming on at the end of the game against Leicester City, last game of the season, and scoring a goal. Stuff like that occasionally might happen. But we all know that these players are not up to the standard. Solskjær knows that. He wants them gone. But he can't get them gone because of how much insane money that these guys are actually paid. So it's impossible for him to really do what he wants to do, which is start afresh. In Solskjær's mind, of course, this is what he would want to do. When you come in as a new manager, you want to get rid of the players that you don't see having a future at the club and you just think are not good enough. And you want to replace them with players that you do think are good enough and you do think are up to the standard that will improve your squad. Has he been able to do that on both fronts? No. He's done his best. He has signed players. He has let players go. He has got rid of certain key players that needed to go. But he hasn't ever really been able to do that to 100% of what he would want. He's still got 6 or 7 Deadwood hangers on at the club. And he's still waiting for Manchester United to be able to actually go out there in this window and bloody sign some bloody players, folks. So that's what it's about, really, my friends. That's exactly what it's about. Solskjaer's hands are tied on this one. But it's Deadwood City at the club. We are Deadwood United. Joel Morris with a super chat. Thank you so very much, Joel Morris, for getting in it. He says Hoffenheim beat Bayern 4-1. Thank you for the super chat there, Joel Morris. Nice one, Joel. That is a bit of a pasting, isn't it? Bayern got done 4-1 by Hoffenheim. Wow. Also, didn't Dortmund lose 2-0 yesterday or something like that? Quite interesting, the German top clubs melting. Tom Zadok says, Pig, I think we seem to play slow at times. I'd like to see something fast-paced, something like Pig United and Henry Hotspur versus John Shin Stephen House and tag team elimination chamber match. You're off your tits, but I love it. Vincent Bullock says, hi, Pig. Just got a notification. Really? You just got a notification now, Vincent Bullock? What the hell is happening? I noticed that, and a bunch of people came in here late. You just got a notification now. What the freaking gash is that all about? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you got a notification. If you didn't get a notification for this show, smash a 1 in the live chat if you didn't get a notification for this show. That's the best way to do it. Because I need to know, because it looks like the notifications are not actually working properly on my channel. I don't know if it's for all channels or what, but everyone seems to come in here and say they don't get the bloody notification. So if you didn't get the notification, smash a 1. Sorry, I confused that a little bit. GR7, Palmeria, Stuart Montgomery, Tafster, Levin Ken, Ryan Burbspin 9, Aaron Homeyard 2, you did get one. Vincent Bullock, Kayam says I got one very early, spot on. Ken, Tom Zadok, so most of you not getting notifications. Oh, that's good then. Mr. Edwards, most of you not getting them. Fezhan, great. Freaking great. Right then, folks, so let's just have a little bit of a rundown. If you're just getting in here because of the shite notifications and you haven't done so already, smash the like button, lads and lasses. Leave the thumbs up rating on it if you can. That really helps us out on this show. Helps us boost up the ratings and compete with some of the other twats up there. So not all of them are twats, but some of the bigger channels, around United, you know some of them. Anyway. So help us out by smashing that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes come the end of this live stream. Shout out to you all. Kingdom Khan Captain, how you doing there? Anthony Evelyn, what's going on? He says he did get one. That's good. John A says Mahrez scored a banger. Oh, that's not good, is it? Manchester City leading Leicester City already. Mahrez scoring against his old club there. A serious hit. I haven't seen it, but it looks like it is a banger of a goal. Mahrez scoring after just 4 minutes against Leicester City to give City the 1-0 lead. That is gash. Okay, so then, folks, let's just have a little think of what you guys... let's just have a little talk about some of the news today then. So the only news today with Manchester United is that Lazio are looking to take Andreas Pereira on loan. It looks like it's almost a done deal now, with a lot of reports coming out saying that he's going on a season-long loan with a further option to buy. And also... Alex Tellez, it's understood we're just a few million apart still with them, but that's progressing nicely, and that will get done in the next few days, in my opinion. That should be pretty imminent, that one. Sancho, BBC's main sports correspondent, reporting today that United are going in for another offer before the end of the window. So I still expect United to go and try and get Sancho, but like we say, the bookmakers still have its favourite that Sancho's going to be staying at Dortmund this window. So don't hold your breath on that one. If that does happen, United will try and go and get him, and then if that fails, go and get somebody else. Maybe panic buy somebody, Hey, what's going on, Toomey? Thank you, Toomey Masidi. He says, keep Dalot and Smalling, sell Lindelof, Rojo, Jones, Pereira, and their friends. Good shout, Toomey Masidi. Yeah, I could live with keeping Dalot and Smalling. I really could. But the other ones, ideally, if we could get Lindelof off the books, that would be great. But nobody's going to buy him for anywhere near the money we paid for him. Rojo, same with him. He's had his time with the club. He's never really done enough for me. Jones, what a pretender he is, an absolute clown. Stick a clown emoji in the live chat for Phil Jones, because that's what he is, He's a pink Lamborghini driving clown. Pereira and their friends. Yeah, I agree. We need to move some players on. Big God Bob. Okay, mate. No worries, Big God Bob. Yeah, careful with that sort of information, eh? Walter Clovier. He says, good goal. Yeah, interesting. I'm going to have a look at that. Patrick says, I would prefer City win Premier League over Liverpool. Me too. Who wants to see the Scousers lift it again? Hell no. It would be great if they only won it once in another 30 years, to be honest. Definitely don't want them to do it back to back. That would be filth. Jeanette Pugh says keeper didn't even move. Johnny Mount says Mrs. P is recovering after the loin lord donned his mankini last night and gave a 30k specian to. Jesus, Johnny Mouse. I don't know about that one. To be honest, Crooner says I just got a notification about free sex. Oh no. GRC, don't spam GRC, matey. Actually, take it easy with the clown emojis, but he didn't actually need timing out for that one, though. Just so you know, Ryan Burberspin 9, he just got carried away with the emojis. That's not legit spam. That's just like getting carried away with the emojis. I'm okay with that. But so he doesn't need spam. People don't need spamming out for that, unless they take it to the extremes, of course. Matthew Evans, what is this Mat 4 thing all about? All you do is come in the live chat and type Mat 4. What does that mean? What is that all about, Matthew Evans? Do you understand? Can you tell us? Makes no sense. Anthony Evelyn says Jones to Scunthorpe. There you go. That's about the right level. This just in, Scunthorpe United and Kettering Town are battling out for the services of Phil Jones. Sounds about right to me. Oh, yeah, says Lindelof is good. No, he's not. He's a good passer of the ball. He's intelligent on the ball, but he's not a great defender. He's not good defensively. He's not good in the air. He's not good in the tackle. He's not great reading one-on-ones, situations and stuff like that. I just don't think he's that great. I think he looks shaky at the back. He looks shaky anytime he's been run at. No worries, Ryan Burberspin. Apologies, GRC. That's good. Don't worry, GRC. You'll be back in a few minutes. Some people get a little bit carried away with the emojis when I ask for clown emoji. That's fine. You know, that's different to somebody spamming like loads of shit in there, you know. Anyway, John O'Danton says, even if United pay the 120 million euros and pay 90 million up front, it should be good enough for anyone. You're right, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it might not be good enough for anyone because Dortmund have got themselves a player that's going to be worth that in the future anyway. Okay, he's only got 2 years left on his contract, so after another year, he is going to start diminishing in value and they would have to sell him. But certainly for the next 12 months, certainly for the next 3 months until January, he's going to hold all of his value. And he's also ridiculously valuable to them out there on the pitch. That's the main thing as well. They lost 2-0 the other day. Think about that as well. Maybe that's a concern for them. Like, they want to obviously keep a good set of players. They did say that if we couldn't get the deal done early on in the season, in the window, then they wouldn't do business with us. Maybe that's just BS talk, trying to get more money. Sounds like it. But if they actually keep Jadon Sancho, he scored and assisted 60 goals in his last 52 Bundesliga appearances. 60 goals. A bunch scored and a bunch assisted. 60 out of 52 games. I think that's pretty ridiculous stats, and Dortmund are fully aware of his impact at the club. And that's over 2 seasons as well. That's not just a one-season wonder. He's done that over 2 seasons, and he's only 20. So give him a bit more time to learn and see what he can do. He's probably going to be absolutely bossing it. Jarvis Cocker, how are you doing, you absolute legend? He says, City giving up on Koulibaly according to Fabrizio Romano. Maybe there's an opening for United. Should we go for Koulibaly? What do you guys think, lads and lasses? Smash a 1 in the live chat if we should go for Koulibaly. To be honest though, Jarvis Cocker, I don't... why have City pulled out of that deal? Is it because they're getting Ruben Dias now? Because obviously the Ruben Dias deal seems like that was pretty imminent with Manchester City. And they've also signed Nathan Ake. So there's a reason really why they haven't gone for Koulibaly. I think Koulibaly's just too expensive. It would cost a lot of money to get Koulibaly. Some talks in the region of 60, 70 million pounds for Koulibaly. So it's a lot of money. I know he would be a really great player for us, but... a lot of money to spend on him. Jamie Low-Key says, no, he's too slow. There you go as well. I think if we're going to spend that sort of money on a centre-back, it shouldn't be one that's a short-term fix that's only going to be here for a couple of seasons. It should be somebody like an Upamecano who could be the next Koulibaly or even better. Like, he has the potential to go on and do great things. It might not work out for him, but if you're just looking at potential and what he's done so far in his short career, he seems like a great centre-back. And Patrick says we need a quick centre-back, and that is exactly what Upamecano is. So it makes a lot of sense. I still would have loved to see Nathan Ake in the team. I'm gutted we didn't get Nathan Ake. I know City pounced on him straight away, but we should have gone in for him. Especially now we got Donny, because that Dutch connection and stuff, they're going to be playing together for ages. And it's just good to have teammates around and stuff like that to settle in. So I do think it's a little bit disappointing we didn't even go for Nathan Ake at the start of the window. Ryan Sebastian Valles, I'm doing good, mate. How are you? Oh, yeah, says Pig, we should not buy Tellez. Why has he had his comments removed here? That's not spamming either. Calm down, Ryan. Calm down, Ryan. That's not spamming. Anyway, oh, yeah, you've been timed out. So I don't know what that was for. What was that actually for? Anyway, Gaz G says, can you remember the Hurricanes cartoon, Pig? The Hurricanes. Of course I bloody can, mate. I used to watch that every day after school when I was a little kid, man. Of course I used to watch the Hurricanes. Who didn't used to watch the Hurricanes? Obviously, anybody who was born after the late 80s probably didn't watch the Hurricanes, but I did. Oh, look who it is. It's the Gimp.
You talking about me?
Bring in the Gimp. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Got numerous nicknames.
When did you get out your box?
A few hours ago.
Well, do you want to sit down?
Hey everyone.
Mrs. P's in the gaff, by the way, everyone. Mrs. P.
The squeaky voice, Mrs. P.
Yeah, squeaky voice time. You know, like Alex Ferguson's squeaky bum time. This is squeaky voice time.
Hope you're all good, lovelies.
Oh dear, the Hurricanes, says Johnny Mounts. Yeah, that was classic. Who was that dude who played in barefoot? Yeah, I used to watch that all the time, actually. Old school 90s cartoon there. I bet if I watched it back now, it's probably shite.
What shite?
The Hurricanes TV show, do you remember it?
Yeah,
The footballers.
Oh, no, not the one.
No, what are you thinking of?
I don't know. I was thinking of those bears on motorbikes.
Bears on motorbikes. Oh, Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah.
Biker Mice from Mars. They were sick.
Yeah,
I used to get. I had a sticker book and all sorts of them.
Dummies, you could get
Yeah, Biker Mice from Mars. That was the shit.
Yeah, what name? Hurricanes.
The Hurricanes.
I remember Renford Rejects.
Yeah, Renford Rejects. That was another classic as well, actually.
I like that one.
That was brilliant. Yeah, love Renford Rejects. Who remembers Renford Rejects? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you remember Renford Rejects. Gaz G says, bring the Hurricanes back. Yeah, nice one. Matthew Evans, what's that all about, Matt, with the 3 again? 11 Ken with the cake emoji. Just leave him. He's fine. Matty Evans fine, as long as he doesn't spam. Oh, he's spamming, so yeah. Tom Zaylock says, Pig, any new signings in time for Spurs? Juan Roberto says, tell us his done deal. What are you telling me? 1, 2, 3, it's a win for FP United. Nice one, Tom Zaylock. So, listen, mate, I honestly do think that we are going to sign him in the next 3 days. We have to get him. He's definitely going to be in here before Spurs. Sancho or anybody else, it's just not going to happen. But Tellez, yes, definitely. Anthony Evans says, where's Harry Hotspur? Harry? Well, Henry's over in China, mate, still melting. Just melting, so there you go. I don't know where his whereabouts in China, but he's in China somewhere. Stuart Montgomery says, Danger Mouse. Yeah, that was sick. Paul Vanderbeek says, Mrs. P have arrived. Oh no, he said, oh no.
Oh no, I've arrived.
Yeah, oh no, you've arrived. No, he just means it. He means it in a positive way. Like, watch out. Like, watch out. Jarvis Cocker said, just introduced my son to Power Rangers and he loves it. Oh, mate. Oh, and go Power Rangers.
Who's your favourite?
Who's my favourite? Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. Of course. She was fit as folk.
I didn't mean that.
No, but seriously, wasn't she? Like, anybody growing up, like, as a kid, anyway, I don't know even, but as a kid, the Pink Ranger was awesome, to be fair.
She was my favourite, but not for those reasons.
Of course, the Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
Kimberly. Yeah. But no, actually, the best Ranger, in my opinion, it was always the red one, wasn't it? Jason, the red one, yeah, until Tommy came along as the Green Ranger.
One?
No.
Oh.
Come on. The yellow one was the Asian woman. I've forgotten her name now.
Oh, yeah, the green
Lydia, was it? I can't remember now. But anyway.
The green one.
Would you just let me speak? Tommy was his name, the green one. Obviously, Jason was the best one, the red one, until Tommy came along. And then Tommy just mugged Jason right off. And then what happened? He wasn't happy enough being the coolest Green Ranger, so he had to turn into the White Ranger. So Tommy was definitely the best, wasn't he? Blatantly, Tommy was the best. Marv Hunter says, Ali McCoyce was the best Ranger. Hey, he was a goal machine at Ibrox, to be fair. He's a goal machine. GRC says, Bruno Rangers. Dante says, Brave Star. John O'Denton says, hi, Mrs. P.
Hey, John.
Double deckers.
Oh, I've got Mr. P some snacks, actually, but I have been eating them in the other room.
Jude F. Kennedy says, Amy Jo Johnson, Pink Ranger. Is that what she was called in real life then? Yeah. I do remember Voltron as well. Tumi Masida. I remember Bulk and Skull. Who was the little robot called who used to live in the
Dietrich?
No, not Dietrich. What was the Alpha? Was it? No. What was the robot called who used to be? The one who had that weird. Who was the robot guys?
Where did you get Dietrich's one?
Huh? Don't know. GRC says it's 1:50 a.m. here in Melbourne. Stage 4 lockdown. Crikey, GRC. So it's not getting too better over there. Hope everyone's safe and sticking to it. And I hope you're all good over there in Melbourne. Thank you very much for getting in here, you Aussie legend. Sonny Coe comments, we should sign the Ninja Turtles and Captain Tsubasa.
Remember the cards you could get? The Power Ranger cards?
Yeah, I think so.
They sort of opened up.
It's morphin' time! Tyrannosaurus! Whatever it was. What did they used to say? Yeah.
No.
Zack was actually my favourite. Now I remember back in the day, the Black Ranger. He was my favourite. He was actually my favourite. He was badass. But he wasn't the best one, though. The best one was blatantly Tommy, right?
Well, no, Kimberly for me at the time.
Well, Kimberly was the best one, obviously. Yeah. But other than her, John O'Denton says that was Phil Jones' favourite, the Power Ranger Pink. Absolutely, he models his whole lifestyle on Kimberly and Power Rangers. Dante says the robot was voiced by Walter White. No idea why I've told you this. Just used this info around in my head. What, you mean Bryan Cranston? The robot was voiced by Bryan Cranston. Are you serious?
Yeah, I heard something.
What? Are you joking me?
Hey, Dave the Crave.
Dave the Crave, what's going on, man?
And Paul Vanderbeek, thank you.
Johnny Mount says Dexter the Last Dinosaur. You mean Denver? I used to watch that. Denver, the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a whole lot more. Denver, the last dinosaur.
Do you remember that dragon program I was telling you about? The one I couldn't remember where they're waving in goodbye on the hill?
Yeah?
I found out what it was.
What was it?
I can't remember the name now, but it's a BBC program for kids at school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Arsenal Gaming HD says 2-0. It's 2-0 to Man City against Leicester, is it? Shit. Thank you, Johnny Malks. Tom Zadok says, Pig, all jokes aside, I'm disappointed that yet again we seem to do business in the last bloody week. All jokes inside, Henry Hotspur taps out to FP United sharpshooter.
Thank you, Wolf Lovely. I'm good, thanks. Hope you're okay. And Primot, if you watch this back later, I hope it goes okay.
GRC, what's Primot doing?
It's got, like a game. With the, what's it called, what he does?
Disc golf. Hey, good luck with that, Primot, mate. I hope you smash it, mate. Get a hole in one, son.
We'll be getting our tassels out, both of us.
GRC comments, reintroduce Power Rangers with Bruno Fernandes. That would be sick. What colour Ranger would he be, though? Obviously red. It's got to be red, hasn't he? It's got to be red. Gaz G, Jason and the Wheel Warriors. Dante says, yeah, he voiced Zordon, if that's who you mean. Oh, right, Zordon, yeah. No, I mean the little... He was with Zordon, the little robot with the weird head that used to be with Zordon. So now you think of it, yes, Zordon, maybe that was, yeah. I guess it was Bryan Cranston then. Yeah, that makes sense, Dante. I don't know. Huh? Ellie, how are you doing today, Ellie?
Okay.
Hope you're okay. Hope you're feeling better. I know you're under the weather still. Smash that love heart in there for Ellie. She's under the weather, guys. Hope you're doing better, though, today a little bit anyway.
What does that mean? Jamie says, why doesn't Mrs. P FT with you? It would blow up. What does that
FT?
Yeah. What's that stand for?
Face talk? I don't know. FaceTime? I don't know what the FT means.
Well, I hope you're feeling much better, Ellie.
Why doesn't Mrs. P FT? Oh, feature with you. Feature. Feature. Probably feature.
I'm not very good on the camera, Jamie.
She hates being on the camera, man. She hates it. She's a melter on camera and off camera, but she's definitely a melter on camera.
Put a heart in the chat for Ellie.
Yeah, feature. Nice one, Jamie. I worked it out in the end there, mate. I worked it out at the end. Abbas Sassani getting the love heart in there. Nice one, Abbas Sassani. Big God Bob says, as soon as Nicola the sister turns up, she spoils Pig's flow. Legends. Definitely she does, yeah. She's a flow spoiler. But everyone loves Mrs. P on this channel, don't they? Really. There's a couple of you who probably can't stand her, but most of you think she's all right. I can understand the people that can't stand her. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's a joke. Just based on frequency alone, that's what I'm basing this on.
Yeah, well, that's why I wouldn't get mic'd up, because I'm loud enough on the bed, let alone...
That's right. Clam J says, Pig will be in the doghouse if he's not careful. Always in the doghouse, mate. I do my best work when I'm in the doghouse. Clam J, thank you for that, though. G-Wall says, Pig, it's still 1-0 to City. Oh, okay, so that was fake news. Somebody put fake news in there. Jonathan Gallagher says, will she be on camera? You want to get on camera?
What
Now.
now?
Sit down on camera and take my place for a sec. Go on. You get a lot of likes on the vid if you do. Melter. You see, she's a melter. It's called The Pig's Pen, says Jude F. Kennedy. Thank you very much. Right, everybody, do us a massive favour. Smash that like button on the video if you haven't done so already. I can see we've hit over 200. That is sick. But if you still haven't smashed the thumbs up button, please do leave a cheeky little like on this video and give it a share on social media if you can. Really appreciate everyone who does that. And subscribe if you're new to this channel. If this is the first time you've watched this show, we do a transfer roundup. We haven't talked about transfers for a few minutes, though. So if you're just getting in here, you're probably like, what is this? But I will just give you a rundown before we end the show. But please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, set it to all. That way you'll be notified when we post and we go live on this channel. Shout out to all the legends that are part of this community. Johnny Mount says, has anybody seen the Putin-Boris Trump sauna sketch from the new Spitting Image? No, I haven't. There's a new Spitting Image. Is there? I used to like Spitting Image back in the day. Yeah, nice one. Jamie Loki says she melted there like my ice cream in the heat.
I have been on, haven't I?
Yes. Hey, Rachel Boswell. How you doing, Rachel? She says, shout out to Dorset's finest from Manny. Legend, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel Boswell. Great to have you in here. Gaz G says 40k by next week, Pig. No, that's ridiculous. We're not going to get 40k by next week. To be honest with you, these are my goals for the rest of the year. I'll share them with you. 35k by the end of the year. I think that's doable. And for 50k by the end of 2021. Those are my, you know, they're pretty ambitious. Considering it's taken 7 years to get to 30k, to get 1 year, to get 20k more in 1 year. That is ambitious as food. But you've got to have a big goal, don't you?
Thanks, Jarvis Cocker. We love you too.
Welsh Red says, let's have the Mrs. P transfer news. What's the transfer news, Mrs. P?
No idea.
Come on, make something up.
The potato head man.
Yeah? What about him? Ed Woodward?
He's potatoing himself up.
He's potatoing himself up. That's the latest transfer news. Ed Woodward, the potato head man's potatoing himself up. Do you know what? That's probably true.
Yeah.
That's genuinely probably what is going on. I think that's legit transfer news, guys, from Mrs. P there. The potato head man, Ed Woodward, is potatoing it up. Nice one, guys. Okay, then. So, Paul Vanderbeek says, go on, Mrs. P. Take Mr. P's seat. Just do it for a minute. What's the worst that can happen? Nobody's going to be horrible to you in there. And even if they are, they're going to get banned.
I went on your gaming stream not that long ago.
I know you did, but you might as well sit on there for a second then. Go on. Come on, you're in the doghouse, love. You want to come and sit here and make it up. Make it up, because you're in the doghouse, love. I'll tell you why. But not on air. Arjun Raghav, thank you, Arjun. He says, I just recently discovered this channel. You should be going viral, mate. 1 million by next year. I don't know about that, Arjun, but thank you for the positivity there, my friend. Mrs. P, get on the camera now.
Another time I will, legend.
What a melt. What an absolute melt.
Yeah, I'm a melt.
What a massive melt. Okay, all that. What an anticlimax, though. I've built it up, and then it's an anticlimax.
You mentioned it for a couple of minutes, you bean.
What?
I said you've mentioned it for a couple of minutes, you Barry.
What if somebody sends a super chat over for a Subway or something for you? Okay, don't worry. Hey, what's going on there, Faham MK? Hello, Faham MK. Good to see you. Adam Khalifa as well. How are you doing, Adam Khalifa? Stephen Duffy, Uderman. Great to see you, Stephen Duffy. I am Neil's not happy about Ed Woodward and the Glazers at all. Fair play to you, my son. They're a bunch of tits. Zenden Highland says, how's it going? How's the name? Bruno Vandy Paul. What's going on, Zenden? Abiot Kabidi says, yes, Pig, good job. Next row host morning. And Jones, hopefully. Yeah, that would be really good. Let's get these guys out the club. I agree with you, Abiot. They're terrible. Jonathan Gallagher says, what other transfer news is there, Mrs. P? Ollie in. That's not transfer news. Come on.
Transfer news. I'm trying to think of what you said because I was watching you today. Transfer news. Cristiano Ronaldo's not coming.
There's the latest transfer news, guys, from Mrs. P. Cristiano Ronaldo's not coming. It's true transfer news. You can't deny the legitimacy of that source. That is true. Hey, thank you, Sonny Co. He says, sub out Pig for Mrs. P. Exactly. Everybody wants to sub me out for you right now. Patrick says, Pig, I really believe you would go viral. To be fair, there's a lot of competition out there, you know? I mean, I'm one of the oldest channels doing this on YouTube, much older than some of the bigger channels, in all honesty, but there's just so much competition out there. It's difficult. I don't know. You never know. Thank you, Faham MK says, Pig, you can definitely be a voice actor. Thank you very much. I'm getting my voice back a little bit today. It was ropey as yesterday. It's much better today. It's still a little bit ropey, but it's much better today. Ryan Burbisman 9's laughing his heat off.
Arjun said Mrs. P for Director of Football.
Yeah, Arjun, Mrs. P for Director of Football, couldn't do a worse job. Rewang Ditchin says, I still believe in Ollie too, but don't you think our tactics in the recent games have become too one-dimensional? I believe he can use his layers in the squad more wisely. Yes, we need some more players. The tactics were not good in the first 2 games. I think we're just lacking that fitness and sharpness. I've gone over that. I personally don't blame Ollie for the tactics. I blame a lot to do with the preparation of the season and the conditioning of the side, which is also overseen by Ollie and stuff, but we didn't really have a pre-season, so you've got to give him a bit of a slack. Arjan Raghav says, Mrs. P for Director of Football. I've already read that one out. Mad Animal says, with Van der Beek signing, who has been our best Dutch Van? Van der Sar, Van der Gaal, Van Nistelrooy or Van Persie? Well, it's easy, really. It's not that easy. I suppose you could argue between Van der Sar and Van Nistelrooy, even though Robin Van Persie was amazing. I love Robin Van Persie when we had him. You can't hold him in the same regard as Van Nistelrooy for us, because Van Nistelrooy, I think he got to record statistics in terms of like the quickest to a bloody 100 goals or something like that for United. Something ridiculous. He was a monster out there scoring goals for us. And he was here for a longer time than Robin Van Persie. So to me, Van Nistelrooy's way ahead. Now, who out of Van Nistelrooy and Van der Sar? That is a very good question, because it depends how you judge that. Van der Sar saved the penalty in the Champions League final in 2008 against John, well, not against John Terry, but who was it? Nicholas Anelka missed it? I can't remember now. But anyway, I think it was Nicholas Anelka. But whoever missed it, Van der Sar saved that penalty. He was here at the club for a long time. He's been the best keeper since Peter Schmeichel. And beyond, really, if we're being honest. So, oh yeah, James says Yap Stam. Yeah, he was asking who was the best Van, though. So, to be fair, he was asking who was the best Van, not the best Dutchman in general. But Yap Stam would definitely be in consideration as well. Let's have a little vote, actually, lads and lasses. I like that question.
Paul Van der Beek says do a Nicola impression.
Do a Nicola impression.
A lot of people want to
I can't do it because my voice is too I can't go that high pitch right now.
Yes, you can.
Hello, my name's Nicola, and I come from Dorset, and I'm... Oh, it's so nice to be here. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo's not coming.
You've made me super posh.
Yes, that's how you are quite posh, aren't you? You've got a high-pitched voice. Kind of like that.
Yeah, that's lovely. Well, I don't...
Farham says, do an Al Pacino impression. Who are you? Anyway,
Yeah, hi,
Dom
Dom Piglioni.
Piglioni. Oh, Dom Piglioni. Oh, Don Piglioni. Sorry, let's have a vote. We got sidetracked.
Sorry.
Who's the best Van that ever played for Manchester United then? Great question. Yeah, calm down, Nicola. I know what I'm doing here. Who's the best Van to ever play for Manchester United? Stick a 1 in the live chat for Edwin van der Sar. Stick a 2 in the live chat for Ruud van Nistelrooy. Stick a 3 in the live chat for Robin van Persie. We're not even going to bother with Raymond van der Gaal, to be honest with you. 1 for Edwin, 2 for Ruud, 3 for Robin.
Rewood bag of tube.
Jamie Loki says 1 Edwin. Gaz says 1 Edwin. Arjun Raghav says 1 Edwin. Jude Kennedy says 2 Ruud. Patrick says 2 Ruud. Sphinxu says 2 Ruud. L says 2 Ruud. James says 2 Ruud. GRC says 4. Most people voted for Ruud van Nistelrooy. I think in terms of being such a special striker, he's basically, when he was here at the club, what did we pay for him? 19 million from PSV Eindhoven. And the years he was here, from the very get-go, he was an absolute goal machine, wasn't he? An absolute goal machine. So, yeah, Edwin was an unbelievable talent. But actually, it's like, who would I rather have now in the team? It's easy. It's Ruud van Nistelrooy. If I could choose any of the players past or present that we've mentioned there to have in the team right now, it would be Ruud van Nistelrooy. So maybe that's the answer. Simply because he would provide so many goals for us right now, which would be invaluable. Jonathan Gallagher says, Pig, do a Jose Mourinho accent. It's very hard what you asked me to do the Jose Mourinho impression because, you know, Jose, he's kind of a strange entity, you know. And he talk like Portuguese mafia.
As I'm in the doghouse,
Oh, lovely. Look at this. Mrs. P's got me a few little treats here. We've got some Starburst. Thank you very much for that, love. We've got Starburst. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you love Starburst. We've got some... Oh, what flavour are these? Cocoa cream? Oh, crikey. We got some Kinder Happy Hippos. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you like Kinder Happy Hippos. And we've got some Mr. Kipling exceedingly good Cherry Bakewell tarts. Oh, I love a tart.
You've also got some Cadbury snack bars, but I've had 2 of them already because I was really hungry.
Shocking. Good snacks. She's brought me some good snacks, hasn't she? Everybody stick the thumbs up in emoji or, you know, a cake emoji in the live chat for Mrs. P and her good snacks. She's done well.
Don't throw those.
Wee Patrick says, good wife you have, Pig, mate. Well, not really. Because she's just giving me diabetes. She's just feeding me. The reason I'm a fat bastard is because of her. Seriously, I was 4 or 5 stone lighter before I met this cow. There's a reason for it. She's a feeder, though. Right, how many takeaways do I get because of this one?
On the sofa you go now.
Welsh Red says crap sweets.
Oh, Welsh Red.
Nick M, thank you so much. Says congrats on 30k, mate. Appreciate it, Nick M. Thomas Clark says Ruud never won out meaningful. That's an interesting point, but he was still an unbelievable striking talent. And didn't he win the Premier League? I don't know if he didn't win anything meaningful. I mean, if you just mean the Champions League, obviously Edwin did win that and Ruud didn't, but he still won the Premier League. Cherry Bakewell says, man, Animal, they're the tits, aren't they? Clam J says, Pentafox says, Vardy goes down. Go on then, Jamie Vardy. Bang it, lad. He's in my fantasy team, actually. I didn't think he was going to score today. Is he taking the penalty? Let's have a look. Leicester versus Man City's on right now. Man City leading 1-0 from that Mahrez goal. Rodri's just had a disallowed goal as well. Keep us posted in the live chat if you could quickly. Leicester have just equalised, says Ashley Jenkins. Thank you, Ashley Jenkins. And there is an update coming at the moment. It's going to be 1-1 then. Leicester City getting back in the game with an equalising goal from the penalty spot by the sounds of it. Kyle Walker giving the ball away, giving the penalty away, I think. And Mawali Sabusa says, Vardy bangs it in. Nice one. Thank you, Mawali Sabusa. Sorry. Mawali Subisiso. Subisiso. Vardy bangs it in. Great stuff. Vardy scored, says G-Wolf United. Great stuff. That's good for my fantasy team as well. And hopefully, let's just hope this one ends in a draw. Or ideally, Leicester City go on and win the game because screw Manchester City, man. Great stuff. Gaz G says Walker is dog poo. He is. He's shit. How's he in the England setup? It's a joke. Do you know what, guys? I've just been realised. Crikey, the time's got away from me, folks. How the bloody hell has that happened? We've been going for almost an hour and 45 minutes here, guys. So I am going to wrap this video up now, folks, just to give you a rundown at the end. Man United have had an offer accepted. Sorry, Lazio have had an offer accepted by Manchester United for a loan deal move for Andreas Pereira to Lazio this season, with a potential future option to buy. Reports coming out somewhere in the region of a future fee of 10 million euros to 27 million euros. That's definitely, I would say, too much, though. I think it's closer to the 10 in terms of a future fee, but it looks like he's going on loan. There's also some talk of Dan James, Leeds approaching Manchester United for a loan move for him also. Alex Telles is progressing. We're just expected to reach an agreement with them in the next couple of days and get him in there. And what else? What else was there? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, Welsh Red, I did get him some chocolate.
Oh, I love these. Who likes these, by the way? These Cadbury snack bars. They're basically chocolate-covered shortcake. They are the absolute daddy. They're the absolute daddy. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think these snack bars are the absolute daddy.
I've eaten a couple of them, so I was just so hungry when I got here. I just needed something, so there would have been a bit more chocolate that I had some.
Rewang Ditchin says, United fans, trust me, we're signing Sancho. I hope so. I hope you're right, Rewang. Clam J says, goodbye, Andreas Pereira. Close the door on the way out. Yeah, don't let the door handle hit you on the fanny in the way out there, Pereira. Jamie Loki says, everyone throw a heart for Pig after he ends this live in the doghouse.
Yeah, he's in the doghouse.
Yeah, thank you. Buy some more, Mrs. P, says Welsh Red. Jonathan Gallagher, hey, Johnny Mounks says, mate, snacks are the bollocks. You're so right, Johnny Mounks. Jonathan Gallagher, thank you for getting in here. Man Gashu 911 GT says, never tried them. You've got to try them. They are the daddy. Fred Cranham says, 30k thumbs up, pig. Couldn't happen to a more deserving man. Onwards and upwards. But remember, behind every man, there's a good woman.
Who said that?
Fred Cranham.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. But in this case, in regards to behind every man is a nuts woman. Ashley Jenkins says, pig, you forgot to mention Ronaldo isn't coming. That's true.
Yeah,
Mrs. P, transfer update. Mr. Potato, just to let you know, Mr. Potato. The potato Ed Woodward is potatoing it up, and Cristiano Ronaldo's not coming. There you go. There's the latest transfer news.
Thank you, Ryan Burbsman 9, for your lovely comment.
Vincent Bullock as well says, Mrs. P, bye, love you.
Bye, Vincent. Love you too.
Seaborn, gracias. Seaborn, great to see you in here at the end, lad. Thank you for stopping by. Mark Alexander, too, says, we will sign Sancho. Come on, pig. 8 days left. I hope you're right there, Mark. I really do. Jamie Loku, Jonathan Gallagher, Alex Enrico, thank you so much. He says, I am so happy when I saw Pereira was going out. I'll help him pack his luggage. You're spot on there, Alex. It is nice. It is nice to know that this guy who's just been gashed for years is probably leaving this football club. No disrespect to him. I hope he has a good career, but he's shit. Rajon says, Andreas P, get some game time experience and come back fit. That's another thing. They might not actually keep him on loan. I say we're getting rid of him, but they're loaning him with the option to buy, but they actually might not be doing that. They might not be doing that. Thank you, Jude F. Kennedy. Right, okay, I'm going to leave it there, folks. Oliver H, thank you, says, drop a like for the pig. Yeah, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, smash that like button. Leave a thumbs up on it. And thank you so much for watching this stream today and getting involved with the channel. I'll be back later on tonight, around about 9:30ish, for an evening show to give you the rundown, if there's more transfer news to report anyway. Viable Solution says, Mrs. P sounds sexy as Fook.
Oh, that's very nice comment. Thank you, because Mr. P's always sounds squeaky as anything, so that's nice.
Joseph Adams, have a great day, Joseph Adams. That's the missus yelling at me. Joseph Adams, thank you for stopping by. Vincent Bullock, Jamie Loki, Stefan Harringtonio, have a great one, Stefan. Ryan Burbsman 9 Legends, Matthew Evans, Paul Vanderbeek, Ashley Jenkins, Big God Bob says, I'll tell you what, why your Nicola is your sister theory. Just wind you up on the 5th comment about it, even though I said we'll reveal it at 3. Well, yeah, she's not actually my sister. Everyone knows she's my second cousin.
Oh, yeah. No, they get it right. First cousin, not second. Hi, Big God Bob, legend.
Big God Bob, thank you. No, she's not my cousin, actually. She's actually not. Legitimately.
No, he's lying now.
Right, okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye,
we're going to leave it there. But Johnny Mounks, have a great day. G-Wolf United, you're a legend. He says, Mrs. P, do a Mr. P impression.
I'm not good at doing impressions, but it's just tossed it me.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Fiam NK, Johnny Mounts, Alex Enrico, have a cracking day. Jamie Loki, big love to you too, mate. Kayam, Joseph Adams, Showbass, Patrickam, you take care. Paul Vanderbeek, legend, have a great day. See you at 9:30. Viable Solutions says, laugh my ass off. Ryan Burbsman 9 lighters, everyone. Ellie, hope you feel better. Have a great day, Ellie. Thank you for getting in here as well. Showbass, 11 Ken, Jonathan Gallagher's loving it. Gaz G, James. Jonathan Briffer as well. Jonathan Briffer, shout out. He says, someone tell Pereira to go fast to the airport in case the airport closes. In before the lockdown. Get him gone before the lockdown. Aaron Homeyard, thank you. You have a great day, buddy. Vincent Bullock, Jonathan Gallagher, Johnny Mouse. That's it. Fayham MK, I'm going. Thank you for watching. Come back in a few minutes, though, and get your comments in the not live comments. I'll respond to you there. Shout out to everyone who comments and makes this community brilliant for debating stuff and chatting about things. And get your opinions in. That's what football is. It's all about opinions. So come back after this video. Give us your opinions on who we should sign next, what you think is going to happen, Andreas Pereira, etc., etc. Come back, have your say in the not live comments in a few minutes' time. Thank you for watching. Smash that like on it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. Links in the description to all the social medias as well. Give us a follow on Instagram, Flying Pig United, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. This is the Pig. I'm out. Thank you so much for watching.
This is the Gimp. Have a lovely day.
Get back in your box.
I'm going back in my box.
That's the real reason she can't come on camera, is because she's actually in a full PVC leather gimp suit right now, and it would just be inappropriate. There's too much shining, too much glare, you know, too much glare coming from the lights.
What accent was I doing then? Get back in your box, love.
That's not an accent. Maybe Martian? I don't know. Oh no, that's Martian. Right, okay. Piano Poo, thanks for subscribing. And everyone else who subscribed, you're a whole bunch of legends. Have a great day. Keep a lookout tonight for the evening show, 9:30 p.m. Doesn't look like people are getting notifications largely until like an hour into the show or something. So you're just going to have to come around about that time and it should be on. Anyway, thank you. Stuart Rogers, have a great day. Nicholas Critchlow as well. Great to see you in here. Have a wicked day, everybody. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching. This is The Pig. I'll see you later. And come on, United. Let's get some bloody players now. Absolute legends. Thank you very much. Welsh Red says kinky. Oh, you know it. G-Wolf says, you two crack me up.
You crack me up, G-Wolf, you lovely legend.
Will says, see you later, Pig. Thank you, Will. See you later, too. Fayam MK says, yo, hit the bell, Mandem. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe. But also, even if you are subscribed, click the bell icon and set it to all.
Bye, Jonathan Gallagher.
That way you will get the notifications and stuff like that. This is the Patreon credits, by the way, to all the patrons who support this show on Patreon. And also, Tier 2 channel members appear on this list. By tonight's show, this will be updated with all the new people. I'm going to do that in a minute. So, by tonight's show, this will be updated with all the new legends that need to be added to the list. But it's just a thank you to say thank you for supporting the show in that way, you legends. But like I say, the best thing you can do to support this channel is share the videos, interact with me on the videos as you do, and also like the videos. Smash that thumbs up on it, and tell your granny about it too.
I won't be looking out for spiders, Kayam. It will be Mr. P looking out for them.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka's going to be paying you a visit later, that's for sure. I'll put one on your head.
Anyway.
All right, guys, take it easy. Have a great day. This is The Pig. I'll see you tonight.
Bye.
Bye.